A critically ill girl is bound to a quick transmigration system. To extend her life, she must complete the mission of saving the male supporting character. But this brainless female lead halo, is it a counterfeit product? This male supporting character isn't sticking to the female lead, but she's clinging to him instead. How absurd. It's 3:30 a.m. in the hospital. A 20-year-old young man is in the final stages of cancer. Looking at the rain outside the window, he thinks, at least let me watch this rain before I die. With a whoosh, the young man collapses onto the hospital bed. The heart monitor flatlines. Suddenly, a beep rings out in the young man's head. This soul is extraordinary. System, do you choose it? The young man's eyes snap open. What was that sound? It seemed to come from inside my head. A small, childlike figure appears in the air. Selected. The young man is startled. What the? Where am I? Heaven? Is this an angel? The childlike figure asks, do you want a healthy body? The young man counters, if I want one, can you give it to me? Are there really such good things in the world? The childlike figure begins to introduce itself. I am to save the male supporting character system. As long as you complete the mission of saving the male supporting character, you can obtain a healthy body. The young man agrees without a moment's hesitation. The childlike figure is surprised by his readiness. Beep. System binding successful. The childlike figure offers a friendly reminder. If you fail to complete the mission, your soul will be scattered. The young man is full of confidence. For a healthy body, I will strive to live. There won't be a day of obliteration. The childlike figure is delighted. Good little darling. Let's set off to the first world. The scene changes. The young man has become a female university student undergoing military training. Shielding her eyes from the sun, she muses, this feels strangely familiar. Training under the sun, it's been a while. The childlike figure tells her that in this world, her name is still Nanqing. She's a rich heiress. Her mission is to save the male supporting character of this world. The female lead and the male supporting character fall in love in college. Then, the male supporting character's mother secretly intervenes, forcing the female lead to break up with him. Heartbroken, the male supporting character goes abroad for further studies. Upon his return, he discovers the female lead is with his uncle. Unable to compete with his uncle, he's stripped of his inheritance. Finally, he takes a bullet for the female lead and dies. Nanqing simply sighs. Even rich people can't escape the clutches of love. The childlike figure tells Nanqing, this is where they meet. Later, the female lead, Su Huihui, will trip and fall. Then comes the cliché love at first sight. Nanqing understands. So, as long as I prevent them from meeting, it's okay. The childlike figure alerts Nanqing that the female lead has appeared. Nanqing turns and sees two young women. Su Huihui, the world's female lead. Nanqing immediately notices that Su Huihui's shoelace is untied. She goes up to her and says, classmate, your shoelace is undone. Su Huihui checks and confirms, thanking her. Nanqing is quite pleased. Small problem solved. This way she won't fall, right? Unfortunately, Nanqing underestimated the cliché-ridden plot. Su Huihui trips and falls while going up the stairs. Nanqing is exasperated. She's truly the female lead. Nevertheless, she helps Su Huihui up. Classmate, are you alright? Su Huihui is a little embarrassed. I'm heavy, aren't I? Nanqing dismisses it. It's fine. You're not heavy. Let me take you to the infirmary. She thinks to herself, I need to get rid of this little troublemaker quickly. Having finally taken care of everything, she unexpectedly runs into the main character upon turning around. Nanqing freezes. Looking at the handsome Gu Mulin before her, she's momentarily stunned. The childlike figure tells Nanqing that this is the male supporting character. Nanqing is dismayed. Why is he here? If he runs into Su Huihui again, all my efforts will have been wasted. Follow Xiao Jiang for the next exciting episode. For a healthy body, Nanqing quick transmigrates to another world to complete the mission of saving the male supporting character. But why is this rescue target the original host childhood friend, the kind who confessed and got rejected but still clings on relentlessly? Help! Shoot me now! The most important thing right now is how to get rid of this nuisance. Gu Mulin, seeing that Nanqing hasn't responded, calls out again, Nanqing, why are you here? Nanqing retorts, aren't you here too? Gu Mulin doesn't speak, lost in thought. None of that matters. Nanqing says, the instructor said we can't wander too far. Gu Mulin, you should go back. She thinks, go quickly, don't run into Su Huihui. Gu Mulin, however, notices that Nanqing called him by his full name. Nanqing inwardly groaned, thinking, what a stubborn idiot. Just then, the instructor's call for assembly rescued Nanqing from this awkward, near-death experience. The childlike system informed her of a new mission. There was a cocktail party that evening where Gum Yulin and Su Huihui would meet. Nanqing acknowledged the information. A luxury car pulled up at the Central Hotel. Clad in a sleek black evening gown, Nanqing looked every bit the alluring siren. The moment she stepped inside, all eyes were drawn to her. Nanqing, you're here. You went abroad, right, after the college entrance exams. It took a lot to get you to come back. You have to have fun tonight. Nanqing sipped her drink silently, thinking, so this is what a party feels like. One of the original Nanqing's friends posed a question. Nanqing, why are you so quiet now? You seem to have changed a lot. Nanqing broke out in a cold sweat. Oh no, I'm not the real deal. She quickly covered. It's just, I'm tired from military training. Just then, someone pushed open the door. Nanqing froze. Gum Yulin made a dashing entrance. We thought you weren't coming. You're late. Someone ushered Gum Yulin to a seat. He seemed surprised to see Nanqing there. Nanqing, however, was thinking, the male supporting character has arrived. The female lead should be appearing soon, right? Gum Yulin sat down beside her. He found it odd that she wasn't engaging him in conversation. Had she really changed? Gum Yulin covered Nanqing's glass with his hand. You never used to drink this brand. Nanqing didn't want to engage with him. I do now, she replied indifferently. It's not bad. After a few rounds of drinks, Nanqing felt a flush creeping up her neck. My face is hot. This drink is stronger than I thought. Nanqing wanted to take a break. Her friend thoughtfully produced a room key. We booked a few rooms on the 20th floor. Go rest for a bit. Gum Yulin watched Nanqing's retreating figure. Nanqing, meanwhile, wondered why Su Huihui hadn't appeared yet. Just as she stepped onto the elevator, someone blocked the doors. For some reason, Gum Yulin had followed her. The childlike system informed Nanqing that Su Huihui was cleaning Gum Yulin's room. That's where they were supposed to meet. Gum Yulin would then proceed to flirt outrageously with Su Huihui, leaving her blushing furiously. Nanqing was utterly exasperated by this predictable plot. The elevator quickly reached the 20th floor. Looking at Gum Yulin, Nanqing knew she couldn't let these two meet. She grabbed Gum Yulin's hand and pulled him along. With a click, Nanqing pulled Gum Yulin into her own room. Breathing a sigh of relief, she thought, safe now, right? But Gum Yulin just looked at her and said, what are you playing at? Damn it, Su Huihui is safe, but I'm in danger now. Nanqing feigned composure. You're overthinking it. Gum Yulin, however, was giving her a distinctly predatory look. Is there something you want to say or do? Looking at the way Gum Yulin was behaving, Nanqing concluded that he was also drunk. Turning the tables, she asked, Gum Yulin, do you like me? Follow Xiao Jiang for the next exciting episode. Nanqing, due to the system's mission, needed to save these male supporting characters who were constantly being tormented by the female lead's halo. But was there something wrong with Gum Yulin? Why was he acting so ambiguously towards her? Unfortunately, Nanqing was solely focused on completing her mission and was completely immune to his advances. She had already told Gum Yulin to stay away from her, yet he continued to act nonchalant and flirtatious. Nanqing asked the childlike system, does Gum Yulin like Nanqing? The system gave her a firm answer. He's the male supporting character. The male supporting character is supposed to only like the female lead. Nanqing scowled. Then why is he acting so close and talking so ambiguously? Is he sick? If that's the case, Nanqing turned and told Gum Yulin point blank, I only see you as a friend, so please keep your distance. The system informed Nanqing that Su Huihui had left. Nanqing sighed in relief. Finally, opening the door, she gestured for Gum Yulin to leave. I've said what I needed to say. Bye. Gum Yulin looked intrigued. All right then, rest well. Gum Yulin glanced back at her before leaving Nanqing's room. He concluded that she had truly changed. The next morning, at an auction house, Nanqing was extremely frustrated. Does Su Huihui have multiple part-time jobs? Yesterday, hotel cleaning. Today, an auction model. And she's going to get drugged and then run into Gum Yulin. It was the same tired, damsel in distress routine. Nanxing massaged her temples. When will these 4 years of university finally be over? The little boy asked Nanxing why she seemed impatient. Just a little dude, Cao, she replied. It's actually quite interesting. The little boy then told Nanxing that they had encountered VIP1 in the private room because of a necklace. Nanxing stopped a waiter. Go to VIP1 and dirty Gumyulin's clothes. This is a down payment. Having made the arrangements, Nanxing went upstairs. Su Huihui, meanwhile, was fleeing the scene. Behind her, a furious voice shouted, "Catch that little wretch who dared to bump into me." With a slap, Su Huihui fell to the ground. Nanxing walked towards her. Follow Xiao Jiang 7. The next episode is even more exciting. To save Gumyulin, Nanxing's strategy was to prevent the beginning, thus preventing any outcome. This way, she could naturally complete her mission. It's not a heroine halo she's got, it's an idiot halo, Nanxing thought. I've saved her twice, and she still dares to turn on me? Back in the sales area, Su Huihui pleaded with Nanxing. Miss, help me." Nanxing was a little impatient. She hated being touched. The little boy also noticed something was amiss. He hadn't been drugged. Su Huihui, seeing that the person she was begging for help from was Nanxing, thought, he saw me in such a disheveled state. If he spreads this around school. Nanxing also noticed the look in Su Huihui's eyes. What the heck? Is she taking my kindness for weakness? For the sake of her system mission, Nanxing decided to take her to the hospital. Suddenly, Su Huihui fainted. What the? Wasn't she not drugged? The little boy informed Nanxing that it was due to excessive fright. Nanxing didn't notice someone behind her. Mr. Gu, the one with Miss Nanxing, is that female model. Gumyulin was also puzzled. The aloof and arrogant heiress was actually concerned about a model. I want all the information on this woman. A few days later, Su Huihui came to thank Nanxing. Thank you for saving me that day. Please don't tell anyone. I was just there for a part-time job. I didn't expect something like that to happen. I need you to keep it a secret. Nanxing told her that helping her was just a casual act. I couldn't be bothered to get involved in other people's business. With that, Nanxing turned and left. Su Huihui was annoyed. What an attitude. Does she think I was there to snag a rich guy? The little boy told Nanxing, Su Huihui will be locked in a lab. Gumyulin will go there. Nanxing sighed. Little cutie, why are all these plots so cliché? It's always a hero saving a damsel. Shouldn't it be the male lead saving the female lead? The male lead hasn't appeared yet, the boy replied. Little darling, can you send me back to when the male supporting character was a child? I'll definitely steer him right, so he'll never cross paths with the female lead. The little boy told Nanxing she should be grateful she wasn't sent to when they were in love. Half an hour later, in the lab building, Su Huihui desperately pounded on the door. Let me out. Why am I locked up? The door opened. It was Nanxing again. Su Huihui remembered the other girl's taunts. They had tricked her into coming to the lab, using Nanxing's name. Nanxing appeared again. Why are you here? Nanxing asked. Su Huihui retorted. Why are you here? Could it really have been Nanxing's doing? Nanxing raised an eyebrow. I saved you. You can be here, so why can't I? Su Huihui put on a wronged expression. I suspect you know exactly why, she said. I haven't offended you. I'm also very grateful that you saved me. But don't go too far. Although my family isn't as wealthy as yours, I still have my dignity. Stop your childish behavior. Little darling, is this the classic scene where the female lead acts all high and mighty, and I'm the childish, vicious villainess? The little boy scratched his head. Seems like it, but this female lead seems kind of dumb. A voice interrupted Nanxing's thoughts. How does it feel to save someone like that, and then get bitten in return? Gumyulin was here. He saw Su Huihui, didn't he? Follow Xiao Jiang 7. The next episode is even more exciting. Someone was spreading rumors that Nanxing was a call girl. Little did they know that even Gumyulin was practically her errand boy. As the only daughter of the Nan family in the capital, she enjoyed watching the drama unfold. Gumyulin quickly took care of the slander. In the lab building, Nanxing confronted Gumyulin. You know, suddenly appearing behind someone can scare them to death. Gumyulin teased her. Is the little goddess so easily frightened? Gumyulin was rather gentle when he wasn't putting on an act. Hey, little one, shouldn't you explain something? Wasn't I supposed to make my entrance in another hour? Ching, there will be a slight deviation in the plot. Nanxing, how does it feel to save someone and then be bitten back? What's your relationship with that girl? You've saved her so many times. Nanxing panicked. Surely he won't fall for the female lead this time. will he? The little boy reassured Nanqing. Don't worry, the plot isn't that cliche. Nanqing breathed a sigh of relief. Right. Don't scare yourself. There's no relationship. I just came to the lab to get something and happened to save her. Now that I have it, I'm leaving for the Gu building. Gu Yulin, however, wasn't ready to let him go. Let's go together. Gu Yulin advised Nanqing. Don't help people like that in the future. It's not worth it. Nanqing hummed an acknowledgement, seemingly understanding. He thought to himself, the female lead is already hostile towards him. I need to change my approach. Gu Yulin asked Nanqing, your birthday is coming up soon. What do you want as a gift? Nanqing scoffed internally. You really are a clueless straight man. How can you ask like that? He tilted his head up haughtily. What else would I want besides a handbag? Gu Yulin considered this. True, even the richest girls love handbags. At 7 p.m. on the university forum, a post accusing Nanqing of being an escort sparked heated discussion. Nanqing lay on his bed, leisurely enjoying the drama. Interesting. These people are really creative. Just then, a message arrived. Nanqing picked up his phone and took a look. Interesting. He thanked his friends, telling them they needn't have bothered. Nanqing told the little boy that he'd already figured out how to handle it. Elsewhere, Gu Yulin's subordinates reported to him about the post slandering Nanqing. Gu Yulin simply said, take care of it. Don't let Nanqing see it. At Nanqing's birthday banquet, he was getting ready in front of the vanity mirror. A pink haute couture gown perfectly accentuated Nanqing's elegance. His mother was full of admiration. My darling daughter is truly a breathtaking beauty. I wonder which lucky fellow from the Gu family will win your hand. Nanqing was puzzled. What Gu family? His mother informed him that his fiancée was from the Gu family, one of the two eligible golden bachelors. Nanqing immediately thought of Gu Yulin and his uncle, Gu Shun. Hold on, wasn't I supposed to be saving the male supporting character? Why do I have to marry him? What a ripoff. Follow Xiao Jiang for more exciting updates in the next episode. A high and mighty heiress, the villainous female supporting character. An ordinary college student, yet the world's female lead. But under the arrangement of this cliché plot, both the male supporting character and the male lead fall for the female lead's halo. Nanqing's mission is to save the male supporting character. As for the male lead, well, he's better suited to the naive female lead. And so, Su Huihui, the workaholic female lead, was working a part-time job at Nanqing's birthday banquet. As expected, she caused trouble again, spilling champagne on the floor. Su Huihui knew she'd messed up, but she had no idea how to fix it. Hearing footsteps, she thought, oh no, someone was coming. A beautiful woman gracefully approached. Su Huihui hid in the shadows, peeking to see who it was. And wouldn't you know it, it was Nanqing. He's wearing a floor-length gown. Should I warn him? But Su Huihui's pride got in the way. She couldn't let Nanqing see her looking so pathetic again. She envied Nanqing, who always appeared so noble and aloof. While Su Huihui hesitated, Gu Yulin, the knight in shining armor, appeared. Nanqing turned to look at him. What is it, Gu Yulin? Gu Yulin picked up the train of Nanqing's gown. Such a beautiful dress. How can you let it drag on the floor? So, Gu Yulin, are you offering to hold my train for me? Gu Yulin teased Nanqing. I could, but my train-holding services are quite expensive. Nanqing wasn't fazed. As the esteemed young lady of the Nan family, do you think I can't afford your train-holding fees? Don't be ridiculous. Gu Yulin stated his true intention. I'll hold your train if you'll be my dance partner. Nanqing had seen through him all along. Just say you want to dance with me. Fine. Hold it then, young Master Gu. Su Huihui watched the two walk away, her expression downcast, lost in thought. As the melodious music began, Nanqing, arm in arm with Gu Yulin, made a dazzling entrance. Nanqing's mother was shocked. Wasn't my darling's affection one-sided? What's going on here? Nanqing granted Gu Yulin his wish and danced the first dance with him. The two twirled gracefully across the dance floor. The onlookers gossiped amongst themselves. I heard the Nan family's eldest daughter has to choose between the two Gu family heirs for engagement. Dancing the first dance with young Master Gu. Looks like we're in for a good show. The song ended. Nanqing was a little tired. Gu Yulin also noticed Nanqing's heels were particularly high. As Nanqing rested on the sofa, Gu Yulin asked, with your height, you don't need to wear such high heels. Nanqing couldn't help but sigh inwardly. What a clueless man. For the sake of our future, I'll have to properly educate him. Aloud, she told Goom Yulin, women don't wear high heels just to appear taller. It's also because they make your calves look good. Goom Yulin seemed to already know this little-known fact. He had to admit, those fair calves paired with high heels truly were a sight to behold. Nanqing teased to look good. Goom Yulin, embarrassed at being caught, simply vanished. Nanqing, with a mischievous glint in her eye, watched him go. Hee hee, straight men are so amusing. Meanwhile, Su Hui's situation was quite different. She was being scolded by her supervisor. Why didn't you report the issue when you made the mistake? Su Hui tried to play dumb, but her supervisor wasn't having it. Go clean up in the back. Stay out of the front. Su Hui dejectedly agreed. Sitting on the floor, heartbroken, a hand reached down and offered her a tissue. Wipe your tears. Su Hui looked up and saw a handsome man, the world's male lead. This swan falls for ugly duckling trope never gets old. Follow Xiaojiang 7 for more exciting updates. As a diligent quick transmigration system worker, Nanqing watched everything unfold according to plan. She was, of course, wholeheartedly focused on helping the male supporting character with his career. As for romance, please, she'd gracefully bow once everything was settled. Nanqing leisurely scrolled through her phone upstairs. That little issue on the university forum? She'd taken care of it with a flick of her wrist. The slander has been dealt with, the little boy informed Nanqing. The female and male leads are progressing smoothly. Nanqing sipped her wine. Excellent. Now, I just need to focus on the male supporting character's career. Meanwhile, Goom Yulin had also learned that the slander against Nanqing had backfired. Looking at his phone, he mused, Nanqing, just how much is there that I don't know about you? Suddenly, he noticed something. Nanqing, swaying slightly, appeared before him. Goom Yulin steadied her. How much have you had to drink? Nanqing, slightly dazed, slurred. Not much, I think. Goom Yulin questioned. Not much? Smell yourself. I'll take you to your room to rest. Without waiting for a response, he scooped her up into his arms. Looking at Nanqing, drowsy in bed, Goom Yulin called out to her. Nanqing, suspecting he was testing her, mumbled, don't get so close. Do you know the purpose of my birthday banquet? Aren't you afraid I'll latch onto you? Goom Yulin was unfazed. Being latched onto by you would only benefit me, not harm me. He voiced his suspicions. I really wondered if you were Nanqing. What did you learn to drink? Nanqing explained, I picked it up from friends I met abroad. Goom Yulin was displeased. Even so, you shouldn't drink so much. The mischievous Nanqing reappeared. Not much at all. As my childhood friend, isn't it reasonable to fetch me a cup of hangover tea? Goom Yulin was taken aback. Childhood friend, Goom Yulin leaned closer. So, you're ordering me around? Is that allowed? Don't be so cold, young Master Gu. I can't move right now. Having no other choice, Goom Yulin obediently left the room. The little boy was curious. Will the male supporting character actually bring her tea? Nanqing herself wasn't sure. Nanqing, noticing the smell of alcohol on herself, decided to take a shower. A while later, after showering and applying her skincare, she heard a knock at the door. Goom Yulin arrived with the hangover tea. Nanqing casually said, just put it there. I'm doing a hand mask. Goom Yulin sighed. Fine, fine. It'll be just right when you're done. He had barely set the cup down when Nanqing issued another command. Goom Yulin was speechless. My hands are wet. How am I supposed to? Nanqing teased him. We grew up together. And this is how you treat a simple request. Goom Yulin, ever the nitpicker, posed another question. What did Nanqing mean by what she'd said at the hotel? Nanqing herself was a bit puzzled, wondering what had gotten into him. Goom Yulin repeated her words from that day. Nanqing, didn't you say men weren't allowed in your room? Without a shred of politeness, Nanqing retorted, then why don't you leave? Goom Yulin was annoyed. Now you want me to leave? And what was I doing just now? Nanqing was speechless. What are you trying to say, Goom Yulin? When I rejected your confession, the look of disgust in your eyes told me you could never like me. That's how I knew you were safe. And with your status, haven't you seen enough beautiful women? This choked Goom Yulin momentarily. Of course I wouldn't make a move on you. Yet, a mischievous glint flickered in his eyes. Follow Xiao Jiangqi for more exciting updates. Nanqing's role in this world is that of the supporting female character, and her parents adore her. She's the apple of their eye, living a life of luxury. Even a male lead and supporting male lead are hers to choose from. So, to highlight the female lead, Nanqing is the essential transitional supporting character. However, Nanqing's current objective is singular, to save the supporting male lead. After the birthday banquet, Nanqing's mother congratulated her privately. Her father, however, fretted over his precious daughter. Weren't you tired drinking so much? Nanqing told him that those were all for him to drink. Nan Fu was shocked. That much? The little boy advised Nan Qing to drink less. Nan Qing quickly laughed it off, saying she was just having a little taste. Little darling, when we go to more worlds, won't we be able to try many different kinds of alcohol? The little boy confirmed this, and Nan Qing was already dreaming of her future good life. The little boy realized Nan Qing was a bit of a lush. Nan Mu called out, "Darling, come blow out the candles." Nan Qing was especially grateful to Nan Mu for always having a separate celebration for her after every birthday banquet. The original Nan Qing's parents always celebrated with her privately afterwards. Nan Mu even baked the cake herself. Nan Fu, though stern, had a gentle look in his eyes. I hope everyone, while working hard in life and studies, also takes good care of themselves. After all, many people never get to experience such a simple birthday. So we must cherish ourselves even more. Getting back to business, Nan Fu asked Nan Qing which of the two Gu boys she preferred. Nan Mu was exasperated. "Old man, can't you be more subtle?" Nan Qing, however, asked her father if she had to choose someone from the Gu family. Nan Fu explained that the Nan family was self-made. He worried that after he and her mother were gone, Nan Qing would be bullied by the shareholders. That's why he wanted to find her a powerful ally. Nan Mu had a different perspective. "Qing, who do you like more?" Nan Qing pondered who she liked more. Gu Shun was the male lead of the world, Su Hui's destined partner. So he was out. That left only Gu Mulin. Nan Fu, however, told Nan Qing that he preferred Gu Shun. Nan Qing knew that choosing Gu Shun would lead her down the original storyline. Nan Mu, however, disagreed. Gu Mulin even helped Qing take off her shoes and accompanied her to the powder room. That kind of attentive man is better. Nan Qing couldn't help but smile. Men and women clearly had different perspectives. Nan Fu was incredulous. "Is everything your mother said true?" Nan Qing, embarrassed, stammered, "We're just friends." Nan Mu, ever impatient, jumped in. "So you do have some feelings for him. When's the engagement?" "Don't worry, your father and I will handle the rest." Nan Qing panicked slightly. Why the rush? Nan Fu, also doting on his daughter, reassured her. No rus, darling. Take your time." Nan Mu agreed. "That's right. Choose whoever you like." Nan Qing promised to give them an answer later. Elsewhere, the delicate Su Hui overheard some gossip. She learned that Nan Qing was to choose between Gu Mulin and Gu Shen for her engagement. Su Hui understood it was a marriage of convenience. But why the Gu family? Predictably, Su Hui was furious. How could Gu Shun be one of the options? Nan Qing didn't deserve him. In a car, Gu Mulin asked Nan Qing if she liked the birthday gift he gave her. Nan Qing feigned ignorance. What gift? Was it the bag? Gu Mulin realized that with so many gifts, Miss Nan probably hadn't opened as yet. Follow Xiao Jiangqi for more exciting updates. As a hard-working, quick transmigration system worker, Nan Qing's mission was to save the supporting male lead. The male and female leads and their love affair had nothing to do with her. But isn't your female lead halo not only pirated, but also subject to demotion? At the school gates, Gu Mulin chivalrously opened the car door for Nan Qing. Su Hui, for reasons unknown, came over to chat with Nan Qing. Nan Qing was a little surprised. Wasn't this woman the one who played the farmer and the snake, then bit him back? The little boy was yelling, "Darling, be careful. The male supporting character might end up with the female lead forever." But Nan Qing remained calm. "It's fine, don't worry. It's not that dramatic," she said to Gu Mulin. "You go to the classroom first. I'll be there soon." Gu Mulin obediently agreed. "Be careful." Su Hui, however, immediately changed the subject. "Miss Nan Qing, are you dating young Master Gu?" Nan Qing was taken aback. "What are you talking about?" she retorted. "Why are you asking this?" Su Hui continued with a string of baffling remarks. "Miss Nan Qing, if you are dating young Master Gu, I offer my sincere congratulations. But if you're already dating young Master Gu, please don't string along and hurt another person." Nan Qing was completely bewildered. "What in the world are you talking about?" The little boy explained to Nan Qing. "It's about Gu Shun, the male lead of this world. The female lead, Su Hui, heard the gossip that you're getting engaged to the Gu family." Nan Qing was dumbfounded. "The female lead likes the male lead already?" The little boy told her. "This is all thanks to you. The plot is accelerating. The female lead has feelings for the male lead." Nan Qing was speechless. "She has feelings for him. What does that have to do with me? Is this female lead not right in the head?" Nan Qing wasn't going to put up with it. "Excuse me, miss, who are you? Do I know you? Do I even know your name? What right do you have to interfere in my affairs?" If you're speaking on behalf of Gu Shun, what is your relationship with him? Make your position clear before you speak. Su Hui's eyes widened. Second young master Gu has helped me. I just don't want anyone spreading rumors about him. Nanqing stepped closer. If it's about Gu Shun, the person himself hasn't said anything yet. Su Hui was rendered speechless by Nanqing's sharp retort. Nanqing then exposed Su Hui's true feelings. You like Gu Shun, don't you? If you like him, focus on him, not me. With that, Nanqing turned and left. Oh, and by the way, Gu Shun appreciates girls who are thoughtful, capable, and strong. As long as you stay true to yourself, you can get everything you want. End of scene. Follow Xiao Jiang for more exciting content in the next episode. This originally vicious female supporting character was asked by the male lead if she was on a date with the male supporting character. Nanqing's mission was to save the male supporting character, not the male lead. This guy, who was being messed around by the naive female lead. Out of the two, the male supporting character is definitely the better choice. As soon as Nanqing arrived at the classroom, Gu Mulin waved to her. Nanqing, sit here. Nanqing put down her books. Gu Mulin immediately started taking credit. This seat has a good view, and you can hear the professor clearly. Nanqing politely thanked him. The onlookers at the front noticed them. Wow, this handsome guy and beautiful girl are really eye-catching. Has young master Gu given up on second young master Su for Miss Nan? Who cares who he chooses? They look good together anyway. The little boy popped up and told Nanqing, what you said earlier, the female lead won't necessarily listen to. Nanqing didn't want to get involved. Whether she listens or not has nothing to do with me. It's her own path. The little boy told Nanqing, actually, it doesn't matter if the female lead turns evil. If he loses her aura of fortune, the world will quickly find a new female lead. The characters in the 3,000 worlds are never fixed. Nanqing was surprised. Really? The little boy told Nanqing, the world's protagonists aren't fixed. If Su Hui loses her aura, there are several other candidates with strong auras waiting in the wings. Nanqing rested her chin on her hand. I see. I hope this female lead is smarter and doesn't miss out on her destined partner. Let's hope so. Sometime later, as the bell rang for the end of class, students began to leave. Gu Mulin asked Nanqing to go back to her apartment and change. He would take her to the Haojun Club in an hour. Nanqing agreed. She knew Gu Mulin just wanted to go have fun himself, but since he came to pick her up personally, she'd reluctantly give him face. An hour later, downstairs at her apartment building, Gu Mulin's outfit made him look even more carefree and unrestrained. Nanqing, wearing a light blue dress, was punctual. You seem experienced. You must take a lot of girls out, Nanqing observed. Gu Mulin opened the car door. You're the first girl I've ever picked up. Nanqing replied, I'm honored. At the entrance of Haojun, Nanqing entered the venue arm in arm with Gu Mulin. As soon as they entered, they ran into a familiar face. Gu Shun, the male lead of the world. Speak of the devil. Long time no see. After exchanging polite greetings, Gu Shun asked, are you two on a date? Follow Xiao Jiang for more exciting content in the next episode. These two men are something else. Every day, passion and energy radiate off them. They eat together, sleep together, even share ice cream cones. Constantly feeding each other anywhere, anytime. Is it possible that handsome men can't be possessed by women? Take this youthful and vibrant Yubei, an 18th tier, small-time celebrity. His looks are on point. He's got plenty of inner charm, a sharp tongue, and a love for witty tutsao, online complaining/roasting. Cowardly yet flirtatious. His life motto, bending a straight man is a piece of cake. His lifelong dream is to sleep with Gu Yiming, but he's never succeeded. This man, Gu Yiming, has the looks, the money, the abs. He debuted at the peak of his career, winning countless awards, a best actor and a prominent figure, known as the nation's husband, and the youngest CEO around. But he's a cluelessly charming, ironclad straight man, straighter than the Tokyo Tower. Yubei is triumphant on every battlefield, yet he's utterly defeated by his 8-year-long secret crush on Gu Yiming, and he has to endure Gu Yiming's unintentional flirting all the time. It's torture. After all, Yubei dreams of betting Gu Yiming. Over these 8 years, they've done everything as good brothers. But those 3 little words remain unspoken, trapped in his heart. On a quiet, deserted night, Yubei looks at the handsome man in bed, ready to do something special. He licks his lips and leans down, embracing the resting Gu Yiming. The atmosphere is thick with unspoken desire. Then Gu Yiming opens his mouth. Are you giving me a massage? A little to the left, please. Harder. Yubei is left utterly bewildered. He really is a goddamn straight man. Am I not seductive enough? The TV broadcasts gossip about a secret relationship between Gu Yiming and the popular actress Zhang Ziying. Yubei stares at the screen, seemingly lost in thought. He quickly turns off the TV, burying his head with a hint of sadness. He mutters, "Why would Gu Yiming like me?" He debuted in his junior year of college, starring in films and racking up awards. And after graduation, he founded his own media company. So young, yet already a boss-level figure in the entertainment industry. A true national heartthrob. I feel like a pot of pickled cabbage fish. Sour, pathetic, and superfluous. Waiting all these years until I'm old and withered. Do I really have to hang myself from this tree? Yubei's ina tomvalhagus. Then, with a sudden burst of resolve, he snorts. There are other handsome men besides Gu Yiming in this world. Why should I be fixated on him? He clenches his fists, making a silent vow. From today onwards, I will no longer crave Gu Yiming. If I sleep with him again, I'm a housemaid. Just then, Gu Yiming calls. Yubei is torn, agonizing over whether to answer. A man's words are deceiving, but his body is honest, isn't it? He answers the phone. Gu Yiming's voice comes through. Hey, bae, I'm coming over tonight. Don't lock the door. Yubei remains silent, listening. His mind explodes. Just listen to that. What straight man talks like that? He sounds like a husband calling his wife after a long day at work. Damn it. Yubei almost agrees, but then remembers his vow. He refuses. What? Gu Yiming asks. Yubei clutches the back of his head nervously. Because I'm not home. I'll be back late. Gu Yiming replies. It's fine. I have a spare key. I'll wait for you at your place. Yubei slams down the phone, frantic. He treats my place like what? A hotel? He comes and goes as he pleases. If I've decided to cut off this ambiguity with Gu Yiming, I need to be thorough. Yubei picks up his phone and changes Gu Yiming's contact name to Tokyo Tower. Because for 8 years, Yubei has dropped countless hints, and Gu Yiming has accepted them all, yet remained as straight as the Tokyo Tower. Impossible to bend. Finally, Yubei executes the classic 3-step, rejecting the simp maneuver. Lock the door, silence the phone, and go to bed. He thinks this will be the end of it. But watch closely. These two men are something else. They sleep together, eat each other's food, ice cream, and do things lovers do. Because they're best buddies of 8 years. But one's gay, and the other is straight as a steel rod. Yubei has tried everything to bend Gu Yiming, but to no avail. So tonight, he made a decision. He's going to cut off this ambiguous relationship with Gu Yiming. He locks the door, silences his phone, and goes to bed. He hopes this will end the ambiguity, but he doesn't know that an explosive piece of news is about to break because of him. Having done all this, Yubei falls asleep face down on his bed. However, missed calls from Gu Yiming were blowing up Yubei's phone. Gu Yiming stared at Yubei's message, bewildered. It read, I'm not home tonight, staying at a friend's. Go somewhere else. Refusing to believe it, Gu Yiming stubbornly dialed Yubei's number again and again. The only response was, the number you have dialed is temporarily unavailable. Please try again later. It seemed he was destined to sleep in his car tonight. With a sigh, Gu Yiming picked up his phone and opened Weibo. On the screen, he simply typed a few words. Yubei, are you asleep? Everyone should know that as a national heartthrob, having their idol suddenly and directly mention someone by name. With such a message, the ensuing chaos was predictable. In an instant, headlines and trending topics exploded. The top spot was dominated by these few simple words. Holy crap, Gu Yiming posted on Weibo. Who is this Yubei? My fellow fans, tell me who this person is. Someone explain, please. Oh my god. The overwhelming messages surged in. Meanwhile, Yubei, completely oblivious, slept like a log, utterly unaware of what was happening. Just then, Gu Yiming leaned close to Yubei's ear and gently blew on it. Then, interlacing his fingers, he reached around from behind and held Yubei, whispering, Don't worry, they can't see us. Yubei's eyes fluttered closed, savoring the tingling sensation. Gu Yiming straightened up and asked, Why are you trembling? Are you scared? Yubei clutched Gu Yiming's shirt, thinking, damn, this feels so good. For 8 years, I've been subtly flirting, practically begging you to take your pants off, but you stubborn straight man, just don't get it. What am I supposed to do? With the practiced grace of 2.5 years of rehearsals, Yubei murmured, Come on, baby. But it was just a dream. Yubei, the lovesick fool, was having a wet dream. Look at that drool. If he woke up and saw he was trending, who knows how he'd react. Dreams must end. Waking up, Yubei mused, why was that dream so real, so vivid? A mixture of shyness and disappointment washed over him. He kicked a Gu Yiming body pillow off the bed. With his legs crossed, he casually scrolled through his phone. Suddenly, his eyes widened. Holy shit, I'm famous. I've gone viral. Messages flooded in. My idol actually posted about his daily life. Who is Yubei? Who is this nobody actor Yubei? Yubei stared, dumbfounded. He checked his missed calls, all from Gu Yiming. Oh my god, this is a disaster. I locked out the dream of 900 million girls last night. Just as Yubei was trembling with fear, a crisp doorbell interrupted his panic. Gu Yiming stood before him, looking handsome, holding breakfast. He asked softly, "Hey, sleep well last night?" Gu Yiming. How? Yubei's guilty demeanor screamed. I cheated on my husband. Gu Yiming meticulously arranged the breakfast he'd bought and told Yubei to sit down and eat while it was hot. The same natural movements, the habitual feeding. Every gesture was a direct hit to Yubei's heart. Then, Gu Yiming asked, "Why did you take the door off last night? Was something wrong?" Yubei turned his head, feigning annoyance. "I thought you went to Zhang Ziyin's place or something. Why would I go to his place?" Gu Yiming asked, confused. Yubei wanted to stay angry, but couldn't help but ask, "Then where did you sleep last night?" Gu Yiming gently continued to feed Yubei, replying, "I slept in the parking lot. I picked up some breakfast on my way back this morning. It's still warm." Yubei thought, what have I done? He was in the parking lot? He must have been freezing. I was supposed to be cutting ties. This guy, Gu Yiming, is this aloof, abstinent, godlike movie star in public. But at home, he's hand-feeding me. If this isn't love, then what is? Yubei was once again spiraling internally. No, if I become a helpless invalid from being pampered by a straight guy, that would be too embarrassing. I'm Fine. Woo. Gu Yiming simply watched Yubei's eccentric behavior, speechless. Observe these two handsome men in their intimate display, feeding each other, sleeping together, playful banter. They've done everything couples do, except for one thing, because one is hopelessly in love and the other is stubbornly straight. Yubei has tried everything to seduce Gu Yiming, but to no avail. Because he locked Gu Yiming, the dream of 900 million girls, out all night, Yubei successfully landed himself at the top of the gossip trending topics. After breakfast, Gu Yiming stood and told Yubei, "I'm going to take a shower and catch up on some sleep. I didn't sleep well last night. Leave the dishes. I'll take care of them when I wake up." Yubei stared at Gu Yiming's imposing figure and silently renewed his vow. Since I've decided to distance myself from Gu Yiming, I need to stick to it. Just then, Gu Yiming, the nation's heartthrob, fresh from his shower and sporting his 8-pack abs, walked towards Yubei. Yubei's hair stood on end as he watched Gu Yiming approach. Seeing him adopt a posture reminiscent of a cuddly kitten, Yubei stammered, What are you doing?" "Going to sleep, of course," Gu Yiming replied casually. Yubei, his face flushed crimson, protested, "There's a guest room next door. Why are you getting into my bed? We've slept together for years. Come on, don't be difficult. I'm exhausted." With that, Gu Yiming leaned down, pulled Yubei into an embrace, and promptly fell asleep. Oh my god, oh my god. Gu Yiming, you really are a clueless straight guy, cuddling and teasing me without even realizing it. Just kiss me already. Yubei's inner monologue was a whirlwind of emotions. This poor, lovesick soul. At such close proximity, Yubei stared at the sleeping Gu Yiming, unconsciously gulping. Damn it, he thought. Is all this cuddling really just for sleep? His heart pounded relentlessly. Suddenly, Yubei bolted upright, covering his face with his hands as he fled, startling the sleeping Gu Yiming awake. He looked like a bashful maiden, fleeing from the object of his affections. Reaching the balcony, Yubei clutched his wildly beating heart, his insides practically combusting. Gu Yiming, damn you, you're teasing me again. Why don't you just sleep with me, you idiot? Just then, Gu Yiming's phone rang from inside the room. Unable to resist his curiosity, Yubei peeked through the crack in the door. He shouldn't have looked. One glance, and he was undone. Gazing at Gu Yiming's breathtaking physique, Yubei's nose started to bleed, his eyes fixated in a love-struck daze. His legs aren't legs. They're the spring waters of the Seine. Well, never mind. The poor boy was hopelessly smitten. Gu Yiming answered the call from his manager, Lao Lu. Lao Lu immediately launched into enthusiastic praise. Gu Yiming, you played that brilliantly. You completely overshadowed Zhang Ziying's attempt to use you for publicity. Gu Yiming scratched his head. I just couldn't reach Yubei, so I mentioned him. I wasn't thinking that much about it. After hanging up, Yubei guiltily retreated. He muttered to himself, I think Lao Lu just mentioned Weibo. Too bad I couldn't hear clearly. He opened Weibo, and what he saw made his jaw drop. Whoa, why are there so many more of Gu Yiming's fans on my Weibo? He scrolled through the comments, noticing that most of them were shipping him and Gu Yiming. Yu Bei's mind raced with fantasies of dating, marrying, and other activities with Gu Yiming. Snapping back to reality, he began frantically liking the comments, his fingers a blur of motion. Mid-frenzy, he froze. What the hell am I doing? I'm supposed to be distancing myself from Gu Yiming. What's wrong with me? Even if the whole internet is shipping us, Gu Yiming is never going to be gay. Yu Bei, get a grip. At this rate, he was going to shake the entire building down. Poor, delusional boy. Can you believe these two grown men are cuddling in bed in broad daylight? At night, well, you can imagine what they get up to. Do you think they're what you think they are? Right, you guessed it. They're not. It's just Yu Bei, the little hussy, pining away. For 8 years, he's been trying to turn Gu Yiming gay, without success. After being thoroughly teased and left unsatisfied by Gu Yiming, he angrily grabbed his phone and started scrolling through his contacts, determined to take matters into his own hands. It looked like he was searching for a rich benefactor. His finger stopped on a name, Wang Jiarui. Yu Bei pondered for a moment. Then it hit him. Wang Jiarui, one of the 4 wealthiest young men in Beijing. A super-rich second-generation heir who ran a major film company. He'd been trying to collaborate with Yu Bei for a year. He's the one. Rumor had it he controlled a lot of resources. Yu Bei snapped his fingers, having made his decision. He tossed his phone aside and dashed to his wardrobe. After some primping and preening, the little minx admired himself in the mirror. He wasn't bad looking. A handsome young man, even if he couldn't snag Gu Yiming. Just as Yu Bei, brimming with excitement, was about to go meet his new flame, a large hand landed on his shoulder. Where are you going? Gu Yiming asked, appearing silently behind Yu Bei. The sudden appearance startled Yu Bei into a series of shrieks. Yu Bei, his heart pounding, responded nervously, just going out for a bit. A little something. What something? Who are you going to see? When will you be back? Inwardly, Yu Bei smirked, thinking Gu Yiming would follow up with, will you still love me when you get back? But there was no follow-up. Learning that Yu Bei was going to meet a friend, Gu Yiming offered to give him a ride. Yu Bei refused outright and turned to leave. Gu Yiming reached out and grabbed Yu Bei, launching into a barrage of questions. Hey, who are you going to see? Can't even tell me. Unable to bear Gu Yiming's persistence, Yu Bei confessed, I'm going to see Wang Jiarui. Gu Yiming's expression turned icy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not allowed to contact him again. Why? Because he's just delete his contact information. Don't go near him again. That kind of person will be a bad influence on you. Listening to Gu Yiming's tirade, Yu Bei was speechless. He's such a straight guy. It's unbelievable. And homophobic to boot. Damn you. He then turned and said, what's wrong with him? I'm a grown man. I can handle myself. Look at this. I'm acting like a total girl. Gu Yiming, watching Yu Bei's playful demeanor, suddenly felt something was off. Hey, you've been avoiding me since yesterday and arguing with me constantly. Is it really that serious between us? Yu Bei thought that Gu Yiming had finally caught on. He'd liked him for 8 years, but hadn't dared to say a word. It was probably because he thought Gu Yiming was homophobic. Are you short on money? Gu Yiming shouted. This straight guy obliviousness was impenetrable. Yu Bei's heart shattered into a million pieces. Gu Yiming continued to shake the now frothing Yu Bei. We've been together for so many years. If you need money, just tell me. I'm not short on money. I'm short on love, you idiot. Gu Yiming probably didn't hear that. Straight guy Yiming held Yu Bei, still clueless. Are you in debt or something? Yu Bei, utterly speechless, thought, I'm in debt to the sun, that's what. Just leave me alone. It's none of your business. He shook off Gu Yiming's hand and tried to leave. Whose business is it if not mine? We've been together for so many years. There has to be a reason why you're angry. Sie ein Gu Yiming's dominering Attitude, Yu Bei Hoavet. When you get married, will you still treat me like this? Will you still care about me? I hat broken you by Shet unwilling Tias. I can't take it anymore. I can't. Then, Gu Yiming just stood there, looking at Yu Bei with a bewildered expression as he wailed. You can guess what happened next. Yu Bei, looking coy, even had a bit of drool on his lip, as if nothing had happened. This is getting a bit confusing. Would you believe it? This guy, to prove he wasn't gay, grabbed his buddy's hand and used it on himself, like some kind of bizarre self-inflicted grabbing that unmove. So awkward, yet so compelling. This just made things even more unclear. As Yu Bei sobbed uncontrollably in front of Gu Yiming, straight guy Yiming reassured him with righteous indignation. Hey, don't overthink it. I won't abandon you. We're best bros for life. Hearing this, Yu Bei felt another pang of heartbreak. If he could, he would have died right there on the spot. Watching Gu Yiming radiate his straight guy aura, Yu Bei clenched his fists, wanting to punch him to death. Wang Jui said he's investing in a new movie. I'm just going to audition. I haven't been in a movie in all these years of my career. Yu Bei, feigning nonchalance, revealed the reason he was going to see Wang Jiarui. Gu Yiming put on his clothes and warned Yu Bei, that guy is shady. Don't take everything he says seriously. He then pulled out a cigarette and said slowly, if you want an acting opportunity, the actor is still looking for a guest pair for the last episode. I'll have Lao Lu arrange it for you. Don't go looking for Wang Jui. He was about to light the cigarette, but thinking that the smoke might bother Yu Bei, he put it back. This handsome man, despite being incredibly straight, was quite thoughtful. At this, Yu Bei turned around and thought to himself with a sly grin, just stay away from you, that's all. Otherwise, if you keep flirting with me like this, I swear I could lay an egg. Seeing Yu Bei agree, Gu Yiming gave him a satisfied head pat. Yu Bei bristled instantly. Hey, what are you doing touching my head again? He yelled. You don't have to be so nice to me. I'm not your son. Can we not be so close from now on? Gu Yiming, however, thought Yu Bei was still fuming. With a righteous expression, he said, we haven't even had a fight. You're still saying you're not sulking. It's not easy to find a kindred spirit, you know. That's because I love you, you oblivious idiot. Yu Bei cursed internally, clenching his fists. Then, aloud, he said, it's not good if others find out about this. It'll affect you. Gu Yiming, upon hearing this, became displeased. He launched into a rapid-fire interrogation. Affect me how? Love who? Did Wang Jiarui say something to you? Or is someone at the company gossiping? Yu Bei was speechless at this barrage of questions. Then, Gu Yiming suddenly grabbed his phone, a look of realization dawning on his face. I know. It must be because of the Weibo post I made. It's affecting those gossiping about us being a couple. Don't be angry. The fans just like that sort of thing. The couples they create are all fake. If every straight guy's word were taken seriously, Yu Bei thought he'd have died 1,000 deaths by now. Gu Yiming then slung an arm around Yu Bei. We're not gay. A clear conscience never fears gossip. Don't worry. You don't think I'm being nice to you because I want to be gay with you, do you? He looked at the silent Yu Bei. Gu Yiming started checking you by vigorously. Dude, think about it. If I wanted to, after sleeping with you so many times over the years, I would have already jumped you. Well, why don't you then? What are you waiting for? I've even changed the sheets. Yu Bei retorted, turning his face away. He added dismissively, Okay, I get it. You're the straightest of the straight. Gu Yiming seemed a little frustrated. You still don't believe me? Then I'll prove it to you. He grabbed Yu Bei's hand and proceeded to guide it towards his crotch in a swift, unexpected move. The air suddenly stilled. Yu Bei's eyes lit up, practically drooling as he processed the sensation. He even gave it a few tentative squeezes. Gu Yiming was about to say something when Yu Bei's nose erupted in a gush of blood. He collapsed in a heap, a blissful expression on his face. Bizarre images flashed through his mind. He raised his hands in a frenzy of thumbs-ups, muttering, B could be. Oh my god, that's nice. What are they saying? I don't understand. Look closely. These two men are something else. Eating together, sleeping together, and even doing that. When Gu Yiming, to prove his worth, grabbed Yu Bei's hand and shoved it down his pants. That whole maneuver nearly made Yu Bei bleed out. When a thirsty, 8-year dry, gay guy suddenly feels the burning heat of his crush, Yu Bei frantically replayed the indescribable sensation. So amazing. Worthy of my affections, Gu Yiming. Yu Bei rolled around on the bed, hugging a pillow, completely lost in the moment. Yo, come on out. Gu Yiming's call interrupted his reverie. Yu Bei sat up and slapped his face. Calm down, Yu Bei. Don't act like you've never seen the world. Gu Yiming should be the one freaking out. He's straight. He's definitely never experienced this before. He must be panicking. When Yu Bei walked out of the room, Gu Yiming said casually, come eat. I ordered takeout. It's all your favorite. Damn it, I miscalculated. He's straight, but everything else is gay, Yu Bei thought. Clearly, Yu Bei had harbored too many illusions about Gu Yiming. The aura of straightness was truly indomitable. Resigned, Yu Bei started devouring the takeout, muttering under his breath, eat you poor. Eat you poor, you straight man. Gu Yiming propped his chin on his hand and said seriously, Yu Bei, I think I owe you an apology. I went too far with what I did just now. The dramatic Yu Bei, recalling the scene and the sensation, thought smugly, no need. It wasn't too far, it was amazing. Gu Yiming continued, I just wanted to prove a point, not to humiliate you. You ran into your room with your head down, looking upset. But don't overthink it. Yours isn't small. It's just that mine is exceptionally large. Yu Bei looked down at his own anatomy, feeling 10,000 points of critical damage from Gu Yiming's words. Speak Speechless, he suddenly burst out angrily. I don't think yours is all that great. Have you seen bigger than mine? Seen in videos, even the European and American kind. And what does it matter if I can or can't? It's not like you'd ever use it. Their conversation was brutal. Gu Yiming stroked his chin, seemingly deep in thought. Wait, you watch those videos? My little Yubei, actually, how is that possible? This sudden shift in topic left Yubei flustered. He responded defensively. What's the big deal? I'm an adult. What's wrong with watching videos? Gu Yiming feigned exasperation. Yubei, you've always been so pure in my mind. Such a decent guy. I thought you never watched them. Yubei thought, which eye of yours sees me as a decent guy? If I wasn't so outmatched, I would have jumped you already. Stupid straight guy. Aloud, he said, you should delete those. They'll ruin your eyes. You're not allowed to watch them. Gu Yiming grabbed Yubei, about to march him towards the computer. Gu Yiming was going for the computer. Yubei panicked. My other videos are still on there. What am I going to do? In desperation, Yubei dropped to his knees and clung to Gu Yiming. Don't. I'll delete them. I'll delete them myself. Looking at Yubei, clinging to him, Gu Yiming gently stroked his forehead. Since you have so much energy, he said softly, why don't we do some special exercises after dinner? Special exercises? Just imagine being flirted with for 8 years by a handsome, eloquent, and ripped man. Facing Gu Yiming's unwavering obliviousness for 8 years, I feel both love and hate. Until today, Yubei thought his spring had finally arrived. When Gu Yiming discovered Yubei secretly watching videos, he assumed he was brimming with energy and prepared for some special exercises. A short while later, a delivery person brought Gu Yiming's order. Gu Yiming specifically instructed them to be careful and place the item in the study. Yubei stared at the large package, his imagination running wild. Could this be that kind of thing from the videos? No way, no way. This straight guy is actually into that kind of stuff. Yubei practically had a nosebleed, fantasizing about what was about to happen. Does he take me for some kind of easy lay? Someone who'll do anything for a little cash and a free meal? Okay, maybe I am. As long as it's with Gu Yiming. This is some serious, it smells so good energy. The day he'd been waiting for had finally arrived. Yubei started to get giddy, coyly looking at Gu Yiming. So, should we take a shower first? Gu Yiming looked at the fidgeting Yubei with a bewildered expression. Yubei was practically oozing flirtatiousness. Gu Yiming then said, no need. We'll shower afterwards. You should warm up and stretch first. Stretch? Yubei's inner vixen was reaching stratospheric levels. Then, Gu Yiming pulled off the white sheet covering the delivered item, revealing a multifunctional home gym. He proceeded to earnestly explain how to use it. Yubei stared at the massive piece of equipment, utterly dumbfounded. Are you kidding me? I practically took my pants off and you show me this? Do you hear the sound of my dreams shattering? Frozen in place, Yubei glared at Gu Yiming. I can't even be mad. This is so embarrassing. Gu Yiming flirts, and I'm already thinking of baby names. I'm pathetic. I brought shame upon all the gays. Yubei wanted the earth to swallow him whole. Just as Yubei's heart was breaking, smack, a large hand landed on his pert backside. Then he heard Gu Yiming comment, look at you, your butt isn't as firm as it used to be. This move deserved a slow clap. You probably didn't realize you're not supposed to touch a gay guy's butt. Yubei glared at Gu Yiming. The hell you talking about? My butt has always been perky. It never droops. You stupid straight guy. Gu Yiming nonchalantly turned back to the gym equipment, informing Yubei that he'd secured the old craftsman Lao Lu for the film. Yubei muttered under his breath, flirt and run. Huh? Being straight is so great, isn't it? He then quickly ran forward and smacked Gu Yiming's butt. He wasn't about to let himself be the only one embarrassed. He then ran off, a smug grin on his face. He didn't forget to turn back and taunt Gu Yiming. Don't run, you little minx. Still trying to play games, are we? Gu Yiming caught up and, seeing Yubei sprawled on the sofa, climbed on top of him without a word. The position, the proximity, something had to happen. It would be a disservice to everyone present if it didn't. Yubei stared at Gu Yiming, his eyes sparkling. What was that for? Why'd you just smack my ass? Well, you smacked mine too. We're even. As he spoke, Yubei unconsciously tugged at his clothes, as if expecting something. Gu Yiming, however, stood up, stroking his chin. Something feels off. I treat you like my husband, but you treat me like a bro. Two handsome men. One couldn't be gayer, the other couldn't be straighter. Yubei thought Gu Yiming had finally seen the light and was ready to engage in a particular activity, even bringing out what looked like a prop. But then, damn it, Gu Yiming brought out a piece of all-in-one gym equipment, suggesting Yubei use it to let off some steam. Just then, Gu Yiming's phone rang. Yubei, his fantasies dashed, slumped onto the sofa, listening to Gu Yiming's conversation. He vaguely heard something about Gu Yiming being in trouble. He sat up, nervously biting his finger, and opened Weibo. The moment he opened the app, he was bombarded with a deluge of gossip dominating the trending topics. It turned out Zhang Xing, that little troll, was trying to clout chase. She'd twisted the facts and fabricated a rumor about a past relationship with Gu Yiming. Yubei knew Gu Yiming hadn't been involved in any scandals over the years. Besides filming, he was always with Yubei. Listening to Gu Yiming talk to Lao Lu, it seemed the situation was quite serious. The other side had even hired bots. Many bystanders were being misled. Lao Lu planned to issue a statement from the team's official account and then contact the fan club for damage control. Gu Yiming said if the other side didn't back down, they would take legal action. He also decided to cancel his schedule for the next few days, taking the opportunity to rest and accompany Yubei to a show. Lao Lu was dumbfounded. This workaholic, Gu Yiming, was actually taking a break on his own initiative and to accompany Yubei, no less. It made him wonder if there was something going on between them. He hung up the phone and turned to look, only to see Yubei sitting cross-legged on the sofa, furiously typing away at the keyboard. Screw that. How dare they slander my Gu Laogong? Yubei tuked. This couldn't be tolerated. He rolled up his sleeves, embarking on his battle for love. The stage was set. The money was there. Time to ignite the cosmos. The first step was to turn Yubei's face into Gu Yiming's bride, in a photoshopped image, of course. It was a secret thrill, taking down trolls. Yubei had never lost. What kind of battle could make someone fight for 300 rounds without stopping? A smokeless online war, of course. Invisible verbal artillery was the deadliest. The rumors about Gu Yiming and the starlet were raging online. Fans from both sides were locked in a fierce battle. Gu Laogong's die-hard fans, after countless rounds of fighting, were being verbally battered into retreat. The other side's professional trolls were well-trained, their words like cannon fire. Their side was barely holding on. Just then, Yu Xiaobei made his grand entrance. As Gu Yiming's true love fan, wherever there were trolls, his hammer of justice would strike. At this moment, Yubei was like a god descending from the heavens, weaving through the battlefield like a whirlwind of destruction. He was truly the southern barbarian who could slay trolls. While Yubei was engaged in his furious verbal sparring, Gu Yiming's studio issued a statement. It turned out Gu Yiming barely knew Zhang Mao. They'd only met once. If she didn't stop, they would unleash the weapon of the law upon that little troublemaker. The storm seemed to have calmed for the time being. Yubei, the hero of the hour, received an enthusiastic invitation from the True Love fan club. Such a powerful force would surely become their pillar of support. However, Yubei declined gracefully, disappearing into the shadows, his deeds unsung. With a flick of his sleeve, he left not a trace of his swagger. "What are you doing?" Gu Yiming suddenly appeared behind Yubei and asked. Yubei chuckled nervously and said it was nothing. "Are you done with work?" He was relieved the clueless straight man hadn't discovered anything. If he'd seen that photoshopped image, who knows what he would have done. Gu Yiming tossed his phone aside. "I've left everything to Lao Lu. I've also cleared my schedule for a few days to be with you. Now, go memorize your lines. We have a rehearsal the day after tomorrow, and I'll practice with you." Seriously? This man works day and night when he's in the zone. I don't want to be drilled to death. Yubei tuked. Over the next 2 days, under Gu Yiming's forceful guidance, Yubei had no choice but to practice. It seemed Gu Yiming had some tricks up his sleeve. By the day of the rehearsal, Yubei was left sprawled on the floor, limp as a noodle. Whether he was enjoying it or not remained a mystery. After a break, Yubei prepared to head to the set. Just then, Gu Yiming pulled up his car, leaned out, and called for Yubei to get in, offering him a ride. The whole scene screamed overbearing CEO. Seriously, swoon-worthy. Once inside, Gu Yiming, Mr. CEO himself, adjusted his tie and glanced at Yubei. "You know, I'm starting to think you just want an excuse to go out and play. Before, you were always happy when I came home. This time, you're not only arguing with me, but you're also constantly clamoring to go out on your own. Are you that eager to ditch me and gallivant around?" Yubei stared at Gu Yiming, captivated by his handsome looks and subtle gestures. The temptation was overwhelming. A little internal fangirling shouldn't hurt, right? No one can see inside my head, he thought. Snapping back to reality, Yubei turned his head, pouting. Well, if you can't stand it, you don't have to come to my place. I didn't ask you to. I pay the rent. The casual my place nearly gave Yubei a heart attack. I absolutely have to focus on my career, he thought. Otherwise, this guy will have me wrapped around his little finger. I won't even be able to flirt anymore. So it turns out, Yubei, the little flirt, was being kept by Mr. Gu all along. Just look at them. Two grown men, practically cuddling in broad daylight. And there's another one standing off to the side, seething with jealousy. As Gu Yiming escorted Yubei to the studio entrance, a voice suddenly called out Yubei's name. Before he could react, he was pulled into a hug. It was Wang Jiarui. Meanwhile, Gu Yiming, basking in the spotlight, was surrounded by people enthusiastically greeting him. He turned around to see Yubei embraced by Wang Jiarui. Seeing this, Gu Yiming's blood began to boil. Wang Jiarui, still mid-hug, noticed Gu Yiming's simmering rage and finally released Yubei. Mr. Gu, he greeted, long time no see. Didn't expect to see you here. Are you a guest on the show? Gu Yiming responded coldly, just visiting, and smoothly pulled Yubei to his side. I'm here to cheer on my little friend. Caught between them, Yubei felt incredibly awkward. Then, Wang Jiarui extended his hand. I'm the guest judge for this episode's actors. It's a pleasure to meet you, little friend. Just as Yubei was about to shake his hand, another hand shot out and grasped Wang Jiarui's. The pleasure's all mine, Mr. Wang, Gu Yiming said, acting like a possessive CEO, not even letting Yubei touch Wang Jiarui. Watching their little power struggle, Yubei was utterly bewildered. What is going on? He wondered. The two men, seemingly amicable, then walked off together, telling Yubei to go get his makeup done. Rehearsal would start soon. Watching them leave, Yubei thought, are these two actually fighting over me? The audacity. In the makeup room, a flamboyant young man with bleached blonde hair saw Yubei arrive and immediately pounced on him. It seemed Yubei, the little flirt, really did have something special. Xiaobai was Gu Yiming's company's makeup artist. Knowing the show's makeup and styling were subpar and worried it would affect Yubei's performance, Gu Yiming had specifically requested Xiaobai be brought in. As he worked, Xiaobai mentioned that Yubei's partner for this episode was a washed-up actor named Qiao Han, who was probably just looking for some screen time and hoping to snag a role or two. Yubei figured that since they were both relatively unknown, there wouldn't be any conflict of interest and the show would go smoothly. However, Qiao Han's acting was a train wreck, utterly dreadful. Yubei, lying on the floor during one scene, was practically screaming for help internally. Finally, it was time for a break. Yubei sighed, realizing that acting opposite Qiao Han was exhausting work. Qiao Han approached him. Teacher Yu, do you have any thoughts or suggestions about this scene? Yubei politely replied, no need to call me teacher, just Xiaobei is fine. I'm a teacher, though he thought, a teacher of acting at home with Gidge. Qiao Han's performance was okay in the first half, but the latter half needs more intensity, Yubei mused. He's also way too hesitant and cries like a little girl. But saying that out loud would probably get him killed. So, he politely responded, Qiao Hanji, you're doing great. I don't have any suggestions. I'm the one who needs your guidance. Hearing this, Qiao Han perked up and started rambling on, actually trying to teach Yubei how to act. One minute he was sobbing dramatically. The next he was full of passionate intensity, then suddenly plunged into melancholic despair. Suddenly, his mood soared. Yubei stared at this drama queen, speechless. Who the hell? Someone come get this human loudspeaker away from me. Good heavens. Just then, Gu Yiming walked in with a stern face. Seeing his savior arrive, Yubei immediately ran towards Gu Yiming, radiating flamboyant energy. Babe, let's have a good talk. Gu Yiming's face grew darker and darker, as if he were about to explode at any moment. For example, what exactly is your relationship with Wang Jiarui? This question made Yubei break out in a cold sweat. Guess how Yubei will answer. Next episode's exciting highlights. Yubei acts cute and flirty. Gu Yiming's flying kiss to his girlfriend goes online. Look, these two men have slept together, eaten together, and even spanked each other's little butts. But this domineering man, as tall and straight as the Tokyo Tower, is just insecure. He deliberately watches Yubei hug and cuddle with other men. The jealousy he's feeling is incredibly potent. Nevertheless, he comes to question Yubei about how he knows Wang Jiarui. He even demands that they stop contacting each other. For Yubei, this is like saying, if you won't have fun with me, I can't have fun with anyone else. It's the same damn thing. Helpless, Yubei explains that he met Wang Jiarui a year ago through a work engagement. Gu, the straight man, angrily curses, work engagement my ass. If I hadn't found out early, you would have run off with him lock, stock, and barrel. You've been hooking up with him for a year. He then clenches his little fists in anger. That jerk even said I should give you to him. What a load of crap. At this moment, Yu Bei is completely bewildered and innocent. What the hell is all this? What did you say? Do you really want to run off with him? Gu Yiming gets angrier and angrier, grabbing Yu Bei by the collar as if he wants to devour him. Yu Bei is stunned by Gu Yiming's sudden outburst of anger. He probably has the desire, but not the courage to cheat. In a blink of an eye, Gu Yiming adopts a domineering CEO attitude, looking down at Yu Bei. So, you've been thinking about betraying me all along. Just you wait and see what happens to those who betray me. Threatened by this not-so-straight man, Yu Bei turns his head, intending to protest with an air of defiance. But then he thinks, damn it, I'm just a perpetually single, broke little hussy. What am I going to do without Gu Yiming's support? This is terrifying. He then grabs Gu Yiming's hand. Putting on a cute act, he says, Daddy Gu, I never thought about leaving you. I was just trying to get a role in Wang Jiawei's movie. Why would you go to him for a chicken? If I want a role, I can just ask you, can't I? Gu Yiming stares at Yu Bei with an exasperated expression. Yu Bei, continuing his double dose of cuteness, punches Gu Yiming's chest lightly. That would be so embarrassing. People would think I'm your kept man, aren't you? Gu Yiming gets even angrier. He pulls Yu Bei into his arms and holds him down like a demon. Yu Bei, if I didn't keep you in check, you'd probably wear your third leg out. At this moment, a camera, being adjusted, focuses on the two arguing men. They really are all drama queens. As soon as the camera is on them, they act as if nothing happened. Then, Gu Yiming pats Yu Bei's shoulder seriously and whispers, act well. I'll be watching from the audience. These two are really a case of love-hate. Next, Gu Yiming's rumored girlfriend, Zhang Xing, is about to appear. Pay attention. This beauty exudes a green tea aura. Every gesture reveals a scheming nature. As Yu Bei is making his final preparations for his stage performance, a gentle greeting interrupts him. Seeing his fish, he turns around. He sees a beautiful woman, her face full of fillers, who has obviously gone under the knife numerous times, standing behind him, greeting him enthusiastically. Isn't this Gu Yiming's rumored girlfriend, Zhang Xing? She looks like she's inflatable. Yu Bei sizes her up. Zhang Xing announces that she's the star of tonight's show. She also keeps sending invisible waves of green tea energy towards Yu Bei. For Yu Bei, this is all child's play, not worth mentioning. They shake hands and exchange forced smiles, followed by a round of mutual flattery. Her plastic surgery is so obvious. How could Gu Yiming fall for her? Is he blind? Yu Bei thinks to himself, criticizing her relentlessly. However, Zhang Xing, with her perfect camera presence, runs directly to the camera, flashing a professional fake smile. Who knows what nonsense she's spewing? Yu Bei turns to look at this attention-seeking woman and thinks, damn, if someone called you a plant, you'd probably paint yourself green. Screw you. Then, pointing at the camera, she said, hey, this camera isn't even recording us. Zhang Xing, her face darkening, immediately switched to a different demeanor. For this episode, she declared, I've practically memorized the script, haven't I? So, you memorize your lines, and you want me to praise you? How pathetic. Yu Bei, irritated, hadn't even had a chance to speak before Zhang Xing started causing trouble again. This time, I hope Teacher Yu Bei will take good care of me. Do you want to win first place in this episode? The other teachers are easy to deal with. It all depends on whether Teacher Yu Bei is willing to help me. Oh, and Xiao Han, who's in the same company as you, is a junior colleague of mine. So, whether you agree or not, you won't get first place. I'm just thinking of you. By now, Yu Bei was utterly exasperated by this woman's incessant chatter. Someone get this leech away from me. She's buzzing around like a fly. Zhang Xing then left with a smug smile, not forgetting to taunt Yu Bei. If you don't agree, you'll lose miserably. That bitch is so damn annoying. If I wasn't worried about hitting all that hyaluronic acid, I would have punched her fake face in. Yu Bei clenched his fists in anger. His whole body trembled with rage. Just then, Xiao Bai came rushing over, panicked. It's bad. Bie, Ki Yahan nis missing. Xiao Bai, gasping for breath, delivered the bad news. At such a crucial moment, he's disappeared. Yu Bei had a terrible premonition. This is a disaster. Faced with Zhang Xing's provocation, how will Yu Bei retaliate? Tell us your colorful ideas. The performance these two handsome men had spent 2 days rehearsing was about to be canceled. All because of that green tea bitch, Xiao Bai. To secure first place in the competition, she was sabotaging things, trying to achieve her goal through underhanded means. Just as Zhang Xing left, Yubei learned from Xiao by that Xiao Han had inexplicably vanished, and when the stage manager came to inform them, they also discovered Xiao Han was nowhere to be found. They mobilized everyone they could from every department, searching every nook and cranny, but he was gone. What the hell? Was it that idiot all fired up about working hard to get stronger? We're about to go into battle, and he's run back to base. Yubei hoavit in frustration. Meanwhile, the director's team was in chaos. The director, his face grim, declared, "This kind of artist will never be allowed on any of our shows again. Blacklist his name." Because only Xiao Han knew the script, and there were no understudies, and Yubei's group was next, the director, left with no other choice, made the decision to cancel their performance. Cancel the performance? Was this really the only option? Yubei turned his head in despair, looking towards Gu Yiming in the audience. He thought, are all those days of practically kissing face-to-face going to be for nothing? Gu Yiming had invested even more in this performance. He'd rehearsed with Yubei while enduring the pressure of the rumors surrounding them just to see him perform. Tears welled up in Yubei's eyes. Gu Yiming, I'm sorry. I'll never call you a dumb straight guy again, unless I can't help it. Then he heard the host announce, next up is a scene from the classic film, Chungking Express. And then he saw Zhang Xing carrying a suitcase walk onto the stage. She was even doing a little uniform temptation act. Gu Yiming was startled. How had it suddenly become the last group's turn? Sensing something was wrong, he got up and headed backstage. Yubei, seeing Gu Yiming arrive backstage, was also confused. He didn't know what he was discussing with the director. On stage, Zhang Xing had finished her performance. The two film professors both gave her a score of 6. It seemed they were being quite strict with their scoring. Then the audience judges gave her perfect scores and high scores of 8. Clearly, these were Zhang Xing's plants. Backstage, Zhang Xing, seeing that Yubei hadn't performed, sneered, "Teacher Yubei, are you still here? I told you to give up, but you wouldn't listen. How embarrassing is this now?" The leech taunted Yubei with a smug look on her face. "Go to hell. So annoying." Yubei cursed under his breath. "When you opened your mouth wide just now, that thing in your chin flipped over. It looked so weird and disgusting." Hearing Yubei's mockery, Zhang Xing stormed off, muttering curses. That bitch, scheming and then coming here to gloat. Unbelievable. Who would have thought that this young policeman, faced with an unexpected situation, wasn't trying to catch the prisoner, but was willing to risk his life to help the prisoner escape? Just when Yubei thought all hope was lost for their performance, the MC's voice boomed across the stage. And finally, let's welcome the Asian competition group. It's a great honor to introduce our competing guests. Wait, wasn't Yubei and Xiao Han's performance canceled? Did they find a last-minute replacement? As murmurs rippled through the audience, the MC continued. "To be honest, I didn't expect him to be here. He's the youngest best actor in history, sweeping all the major awards. I can't reveal anymore. Now, please enjoy the performance." Suddenly, a loud clap echoed as a large hand landed on Yubei's backside. He spun around. Whoa, so handsome. It was Gu Yiming, looking incredibly dashing in his costume, a playful smirk on his face. Still standing there? "Let's go." The two men faced each other on stage, an unspoken tension hanging in the air. A twist of fate, two brothers from different worlds, their lives unexpectedly intertwined. Han Ming, a street hustler, becomes a policeman. Han Yang, a promising university student, ends up in prison for manslaughter. 10 years later, they finally meet again. Gu Yiming, playing Han Yang, was as devastatingly handsome as ever. Yubei, as Han Ming, stared at him, thinking so handsome. I want to jump him. No, my virginity is negotiable, but my professional integrity isn't. Snapping back to reality, they continued the performance. Inside the interrogation room, the young policeman questioned the handsome criminal. "Once a month. I'm sick of hearing it. Got a cigarette?" Han Yang asked, picking at his ear. Han Ming nodded to the officer behind him, who then offered a cigarette. As they spoke, Han Ming, his jaw tight, urged Han Yang to behave and try for parole. Han Yang remained indifferent. 25 years? Might as well rot here. If I get out, my life will be half over. What's the point? I'd rather stay in prison where I'm fed and clothed. With that, he stood up and returned to his cell, escorted by the guards. Watching Han Yang leave, Han Ming clutched his head, tears welling in his eyes, repeatedly calling out, "Brother!" He seemed to be wrestling with a difficult decision. Suddenly, disaster struck during the prisoner transport. A landslide overturned the vehicle, injuring many and sending prisoners scrambling to escape. Han Ming found his brother and, unlocking his handcuffs, urged him to flee. He handed Han Yang a forged ID. "Get out of here. Don't ever come back." A sharp crack echoed as Han Yang slapped him across the face. "You damn idiot. You worthless piece of trash. I went to prison for you, not for you to do this. What about Mom if we both get caught? Can't you grow up, Ming?" Han Ming placed the ID on the ground. "I owe you. I'll pay it back myself." He pulled out a gun. Han Yang lunged it forward. "Don't shoot. There's no going back from this. Listen to me. Just take me back." Han Ming cocked the gun. He turned, a look of apology in his eyes. "Have I ever listened to you?" Several shots rang out. Han Yang found his brother, covered in blood. Tears streamed down his face, his body trembling with rage. "Are you happy now? Why do you never listen to me?" "Xiaoming, don't worry. I'll take you to the hospital. Don't be afraid." Han Yang, cradling his brother, was now sobbing uncontrollably. "Brother, I'm sorry. I'm dragging you down again. Can you carry me back like you used to when we were little?" Han Ming's voice was fading. He slumped against Han Yang's back, his breath gone. "Xiaoming, don't be afraid. I'll take you home. I'm here. Nothing to be afraid of." Han Yang hoisted his brother onto his back, walking towards home. "Yao, did you hear that?" Lost in their roles, Gu Yiming instinctively used Yu Bei's nickname. As the two figures disappeared into the distance, the performance ended, leaving the audience in tears. The audience was deeply captivated by the performance. Backstage, a hand stroked Yu Bei's head. Then came Gu Yiming's deliberately exaggerated voice of praise. "Yaoer, well done. This is freaking fantastic. Look at all these crazy women shouting nonstop. They want this man to take his clothes off just because he's the youngest, best actor. Not only does he have a fantastic body, but he's also great in bed." Once Yu Bei and Gu Yiming finished their performance, the fans in the audience went wild. Some even yelled, "He changed too fast. We didn't see clearly. Take it off again. Do it again." Yu Bei, beaming, enthusiastically joined in the applause. Then the host interviewed him. "Such brilliant acting. What do you think of Mr. Gu Yiming? He's got a great body, powerful acting, and a huge..." As he spoke, Yu Bei's eyes involuntarily drifted towards Gu Yiming's lower body. "Ahem, and what about Gu Yiming? Do you have anything to say to Yu Bei?" The host continued. Gu Yiming took the microphone and, in his usual serious, almost bureaucratic style, said, "Yaoer has always been a good actor. If he can take on more projects, I believe he'll shine brightly in the entertainment industry." "Yeah. Oh my, the scent of gossip is in the air." The host, hearing the nickname, suddenly perked up. His nose for gossip was clearly on point. Gu Yiming hurriedly explained, "We've called him that since we entered the dorm in school." The more he explained, the more room he gave for speculation. The girls in the audience went even wilder. "Did you guys catch that? I don't care. I'm shipping them. They must be real. Oh my God." Seeing this, the host asked in the final lines, "One of you called Yu Bei. Was that in the script, or did someone flub their lines?" "It was in the script." Both of them answered, completely out of sync. The awkwardness was palpable. After exchanging glances, they seemed to come to a decision and simultaneously responded, "It was in the script. A flub." It seemed their synchronization had been thoroughly demolished. It was truly something. Since it was a live broadcast, the host received instructions from the director backstage. Although it wasn't a dating show, he was told to dig up some juicy gossip. Looking at the two men, the host thought, "There's no melon patch I can't find. Today, I'll expose your true selves." He then began his relentless questioning. "Yu Bei and Mr. Gu are classmates. Why have you stayed in the television drama world for so long? Did you encounter any difficulties? Was it because your family didn't support you? Or were there financial limitations? Or did something happen that impacted your life?" Yu Bei was completely taken aback by the sudden shift in tone. He then seriously answered all the host's questions. "What's so difficult about this? A fine jade isn't afraid of your jade plate. You want gossip? No way." The director, having been denied his gossip, was fuming in the host's earpiece, urging him to move on to the next segment. Can you believe these two men stick together every day, even sleeping together? And this old guy just exposed them. After their performance and interview, a professor from Haiching Film Academy stood up to give a professional critique of Yu Bei and Gu Yiming. The professor said he was particularly impressed by the two. Gu Yiming had often acted while in school, winning the Best Newcomer Award in his junior year and the Golden Image Award in his senior year. Yu Bei had always been at the top of his class in acting. These two kids have such a close relationship. As soon as Gu Yiming came back, they were inseparable, eating together, sleeping together. As he continued, things started to go off the rails. The host sensed a whiff of major gossip, and the audience erupted in whispers and speculation. Suddenly, everyone was imagining Gu Yiming and Yu Bei walking down the aisle, witnessed by the professor. It seemed Yu Bei, the little minx, was reveling in the attention. Sensing things were getting out of hand, another professor stood up and said, "Professor Wong, let me say a few words to the boys." He was worried that if any more unknown stories came out, things would explode. It turned out that Gu Yiming and Yu Bei had made some changes to the script, adding their own ideas to make the story even more compelling. They were truly worthy of their Best Actor titles. And Yu Bei's performance was equally impressive. As Gu Yiming's counterpart, not only did Yu Bei catch Gu Yiming's cue, but he also handled it remarkably well. The professor fully affirmed both actors' performances. Yu Bei scratched his head sheepishly, attributing his success to Gu Yiming's excellent lead. He joked that even a dog chained beside Gu Yiming could give a great performance. The audience erupted in laughter. This Yu Bei was truly amusing. If he could talk the talk, he could certainly walk the walk. Finally, it was time for the scoring. After everyone had submitted their scores, Yu Bei stared at the director with a thick gold chain. Unexpectedly, the director's generous score matched Zhang Ziying's. There had to be something going on between those two. This idiot Wang Jiri was too dense. If Zhang Ziying took first place, the whole internet would cry foul. Yu Bei was stewing in his frustration when, as a special guest judge, Wang Jiri began to speak. Yu Bei is good. Very good. He then explained that while most actors had natural talent and acting skills could be honed, only a few possessed an innate charisma. And Yu Bei is one of them. That's why I like him. For Yu Bei's group's brilliant performance, my score is 30. Another air kiss was launched towards Yu Bei. After this flamboyant display, Gu Yiming and Yu Bei ultimately won the competition. Look closely. These two men, even in a battlefield like the restroom, shamelessly contemplate some rather intimate activities. After Gu Yiming and Yu Bei secured first place, Yu Bei slipped off to the restroom while Gu Yiming was being interviewed. As luck would have it, Wang Jiri sought him out. He grabbed Yu Bei's hand, fresh from relieving himself, and attempted a hug. Yu Bei recoiled with a look of disgust. "Mr. Wang," he said, withdrawing his hand, "I'll be going now. Enjoy yourself. You like Gu Yiming." Just as Yu Bei was about to leave, Wang Jirui's sudden words stopped him in his tracks. "What? Don't be ridiculous. I'm straight," Yu Bei responded, his voice betraying his nervousness. He struck a macho pose, hands on his hips, thinking, my boyfriend can only be a straight man. Wang Jiarui is gay. He doesn't meet my criteria. He then looked at Wang Jiarui and said, Gu Yiming is better looking than me, and you like men. Go bother him. Why are you messing with me? But he's not my type. I can't handle him, Wang Jiarui replied, rolling his eyes. I prefer someone like you. Hearing Wang Jirui's confession, Yu Bei took a tactical step back. He stared at the man in disbelief. He actually likes me, a macho man? He usually looks so dapper, like a domineering CEO. But secretly, he wants to be, no. However, Wang Jiri continued earnestly, I'm serious. I also know you like Gu Yiming. If he felt the same way, would he have strung you along for so many years without giving you a single opportunity? Xiao Bei, I know your potential is far greater than this. You should shine brightly like a white lotus. Yu Bei had been cultivating his inner Buddha for so many years. He was practically radiating already. Scratching his head, Yu Bei replied that it had nothing to do with Gu Yiming. It was his own lack of ambition. But then he reconsidered. That wasn't quite right. After all, he'd been neglecting his career for years, completely focused on, well, that was related to Gu Yiming. As Yu Bei pondered this, Gu Yiming appeared behind them, his face dark. He gritted his teeth. I'm gone for one interview, and you two are already getting cozy. Seems like you have a good relationship. Suddenly, the air crackled with tension. This is getting interesting. Look, these two handsome men are playing wall slam in broad daylight, playing chicken in the locker room, and even when Gu Yiming, scowling, found Yu Bei, he had the air of a man whose woman was untouchable. He pulled Yu Bei away right in front of Wang Jiri. Gu Yiming's grip tightened and his pace quickened. Even the wind seemed to carry a hint of possessiveness. Gu Yiming slowed down. Slap! Before Yu Bei could finish his sentence, Gu Yiming grabbed his hand and slammed him against the wall. Blushing furiously, Yu Bei looked at Gu Yiming and thought, this is why I like him. That Wang Jiarui guy cornered me in the bathroom. I just wanted to tell him to eat shit and calm down. But no matter where Gu Yiming corners me, I find it thrilling. What did Wang Jirui say to you? What else could he say? He thinks I have potential and is willing to give me opportunities. Yu Bei mumbled, a hint of petulance in his voice. Gu Yiming clenched his fists, fuming. Is he blatantly trying to steal my man right in front of me? Are you going to agree to this? He demanded, glaring at Yu Bei, who looked like a blushing maiden. Faced with Gu Yiming's domineering attitude, Yu Bei dared not utter a word of consent. Gu Yiming, his possessiveness in full swing, continued his relentless interrogation. How many times have I warned you not to go near him? He's gay. He likes men. And what do? You go to the restroom with him. Why are you overreacting? I just went to the restroom. It's not like we had a date. And you weren't worried he'd, look. Their conversation was the epitome of a bickering, lovesick couple. Yu Bei jumped in, declaring, so what if he looked? Everyone has eyes, don't they? He'd soon regret those words. Gu Yiming, hearing this, exploded. So you think it's something to be proud of, being ogled in the restroom? Don't you find it disgusting? He seethed. You probably don't even realize you've been ogled 800 times already. Yu Bei thought to himself, watching Gu Yiming's agitation grow. He felt the proximity, the posture, becoming dangerous. Back off, he said quickly. Other people need to use the changing room. Back off my ass. Gu Yiming retorted, grabbing Yu Bei and pushing him against the wall. Don't you ever go near him again. Do you hear me? Yu Bei, feeling the force of Gu Yiming pressed against him, nodded dumbly, his mind slightly scrambled. Just when he thought Gu Yiming was finished, he glanced up. Whoa, that physique. What are you doing? Yu Bei stammered, still dazed, staring at Gu Yiming. Stop gawking and get dressed. We're going home. Gu Yiming snapped. Hearing the summons, Yu Bei, with a blush, mumbled, right away. In his haste, Yu Bei found his buttons, stubbornly refusing to cooperate. Seeing his struggle, Gu Yiming knelt down to help. If Yu Bei had looked up at that moment, he probably would have seen his own drool forming a 3-foot-long string to the floor. This position, this scenario. Help! Help! Get a grip, Yu Bei! Don't be seduced! He screamed internally. Yu Bei, flustered, just stared at Gu Yiming, unsure what to do next. Then Gu Yiming spoke. Stick your butt out. Bend your waist a little more. Damn, it's just helping with a button. Why does he make it sound so suggestive? Yu Bei tooked. Suddenly, the rack Yu Bei was leaning against wobbled. If nothing unexpected happened, something unexpected was about to happen. Bai Ge, Gu Zong, what are you doing? Xiao Bai burst into the room. Originally, this little scene was meant for your eyes only, but I thought, why not share the fun? To recap, Gu Yiming and Yu Bei were having a little wardrobe malfunction when they were interrupted. But before that, they were both urging each other to get dressed quickly and leave, sensing the precariousness of the situation. Gu Yiming, already stripped down to his underwear, stood staring intently at Yu Bei. Hurry up, he urged. I'm not putting on a show. Take off. Stop being such a prude. Well, turn around then. I'm taking my pants off. Yu Bei retorted, blushing furiously. Gu Yiming, turn around. Damn it. Fine. Like I'm dying to see your 2 ounces of flesh. I'm not interested. Gu Yiming scoffed, turning around but not before adding, hey, I just noticed your butt's pretty white. Yu Bei, mid-change, heard Gu Yiming's casual comment. Whose butt is black? He snapped, finally processing the remark. Damn it, Gu Yiming. I told you to turn around. Are you a peeping Tom? Go to hell. Hey, I did turn around. What's the problem? Gu Yiming replied innocently. Seriously? You're making innuendos about this too? You bei was exasperated. This straight guy was driving him insane. And what's with Gu Yiming having Yu Bei's wallet in his pocket? These two, they're blinding my 24K titanium dog eyes. After their antics in the changing room, they were caught red-handed. Oh, so exciting. As Gu Yiming was helping Yu Bei with his buttons, he accidentally tripped and fell. And that's precisely when Xiao Bai, who'd been looking for them, walked in on this highly charged scene. Before either of them could explain, a whoosh of air was all they heard. Xiao Bai, having slammed the door shut, yelled, "Excuse me, carry on. I'm blind. I didn't hear a thing." Yu Bei and Gu Yiming were left reeling in the awkward silence. Outside, the whispers started. Nothing to see here, just CEO Gu and Beiji knocked down a clothing rack in the changing room. No big deal. Yu Bei, in a near panic, hissed, What are we going to do? Gu Yiming, feigning nonchalance, retorted, "Why are you so nervous? We didn't do anything in here. Look at you, all flustered. Hey, your underwear's ripped." Yu Bei, hearing Gu Yiming's loud exclamation, quickly clapped a hand over the other man's mouth. "Shut up, you idiot. Do you want everyone to hear?" The two of them, suddenly acting like they were engaged in a clandestine affair, huddled together. Are you done yet? Let's go. Wait, I have nowhere to put my dirty underwear. Fine, I'll hold them for you. Their hushed conspiratorial exchange over, they finally stood and headed out. Yubei darted furtive glances around, like a thief caught red-handed. Gu Yiming, on the other hand, appeared perfectly composed. His pocket, however, held Yubei's discarded underwear. Yubei would likely feel the wind whistling through a rather sensitive area as soon as they stepped outside. Done already, CEO Gu? Seeing this, Gu Yiming scooped Yubei up and practically dragged him away, instructing Xiao Bai to tidy up the changing room. As they walked away, Yubei overheard the gossiping continue from within. Wow, they made such a mess. Must have been intense. Didn't you hear? CEO Gu said his underwear ripped. What a fuss. Yubei internally coughed up half a liter of blood at the escalating rumors. This is impossible to explain. Yubei pummeled Gu Yiming with his fist in the car. This is all your fault. How am I supposed to get any more work now? How much do those 2-bit gigs even pay? I'll take care of you. Gu Yiming's sudden declaration left Yubei momentarily speechless. A thrill shot through him. The prospect of being kept felt surprisingly good. Money, it seemed, was indeed the most effective form of confession. Gu Yiming, watching Yubei's reaction, pressed on, "Is that why you were flirting with Wang Zhirui? Quite the charmer, aren't you?" "It's called charisma," Yubei retorted. He struck a pose, brimming with mock confidence. "If you bloom, the butterflies will come. It's my curse, this devastating charm. More like a mountain of blossoming, something else entirely," Gu Yiming scoffed. "You attract moths, not butterflies. And even those are better than a fly, like Wang Zhirui. Screw you." Yubei playfully punched Gu Yiming's arm and pretended to make a phone call. "Hello, charity organization. I'd like to donate a male specimen. Height, 1.88 meters. The banter continued until they arrived at Yubei's place, where he suddenly realized he couldn't find his shoes. "Where are they?" Gu Yiming bent down and reached between Yubei's legs. The scene shifted abruptly, the domineering self now carefully putting shoes on his delicate girlfriend. Yubei gazed at Gu Yiming with a look of unexpected tenderness, then suddenly reached out and grabbed his face, squeezing his cheeks. "Damn it, straight guys should act like straight guys. Don't flirt and then run away, you dog. You won't believe this, but everyone in that bar, except for the support pillars, is gay. Let's spill the tea. That muscle-bound guy? Total gym bunny. I'm gorgeous, obviously. That guy in the suit with the center part? Definitely a top. And that flirty guy with the buzz cut? A 0.5 at best." He paused for dramatic effect. "So, the question is, what's a 0.5? Xiao Bai, ever the helpful explainer, chimed in, "A 0.5 is a zero's last stand. Silent around tops, talkative around bottoms. So what do you all think Gu Yiming is? I think he's a..." Everyone in the comments section, feel free to educate us. After dropping Yubei off, Gu Yiming headed to the office to deal with some work. Yubei, bored, started scrolling through Weibo. In the short time they'd been on stage, he and Gu Yiming were already trending. Seeing all the fans shipping them brought a smile to Yubei's face. He was enjoying himself immensely until some dirt on Gu Yiming popped up. Insults and accusations filled the screen. He might have ignored it, but then he saw Zhang Ziying's name, that little green tea, and a photo of Gu Yiming in bed with her appeared on a screen. A loud crash echoed through the apartment. Yubei stormed out of his apartment, muttering curses under his breath. "Stay home, my ass. I'm going out to have some fun. That'll show that damn Gu Yiming." In the blink of an eye, he found himself in a bar called Fi's. Yubei sat elegantly, nursing his drink when Xiao Bai arrived. "Beiji," he asked, "where's Mr. Gu? Did you come alone?" Yubei scoffed. "Why bring him up? We're on a date. What do you need him for? He's probably off having a quickie with some ex right now." Xiao Bai stared, dumbfounded, at Yubei, who was practically fuming. Mid-conversation, Yubei learned that Fi's was a gay bar. Instantly, he was practically drooling. A look of pure bliss spread across his face as he thought. So many men. This whole place is full of them. Amazing. For 8 years, he mused, I've been hung up on that block of wood, Gu Yiming. I've never had a chance to get out and see the world. What have I been missing all these years? Today, I'm taking flight. Yubei's eyes sparkled, taking in the delightful scene. A smooth voice interrupted his reverie. A fresh-faced young man approached, holding 2 drinks, and invited Yubei to join him. Before Yubei could accept, Xiao Bai, bristling with protectiveness, shooed the young man away. Looking at Yubei's sulky expression, Xiao Bai explained, Beiji, if you drink with him, you have to spend the night with him. I came out with you to protect you. Otherwise, Mr. Gu will have my head." At the mention of Gu Yiming's name, Yu Bei angrily downed his entire drink in one gulp. Meanwhile, Xiao Bai thought tearfully, "You people with someone to rely on will never understand the suffering of us drifters." Watching Yu Bei, already getting tipsy after just 2 drinks, Xiao Bai decided to steer him to a different location. But then he saw a pack of hungry wolves, their eyes gleaming with predatory interest, fixated on Yu Bei. Xiao Bai, seeing the danger, weaved through the crowd, clearing a path. Yu Bei, oblivious, continued to flirt. Why was Xiao Bai so determined to protect Yu Bei? Naturally, it was because of the big boss behind him, Gu Yiming. He didn't want his own budding romance to wither and die. As Xiao Bai sent an SOS message to Gu Yiming, Wang Jiri strolled over, a smug look on his face. This man was always surrounded by a bevy of beauties, a different flavor every day. Yet, he had a penchant for hitting on other men's partners. The result? He often ended up getting beaten up. As Yu Bei was getting into the groove, Wang Jiri, that notorious playboy, approached. Yu Bei was wondering what he was doing there when Wang Jiri announced, "This bar is mine, Xiao Bei. You came to play and didn't even tell me. Wow, that's amazing. You can pick any hottie you want every day," Yu Bei exclaimed, his face a mixture of shock and envy. "If it weren't for that straight man Gu Yiming, this stud would also want a harem." Wang Jiri, staring at Yu Bei, said, "If you were with me, I wouldn't need to pick anyone else. What do you say, Xiao Bei Mei?" Watching Yu Bei reject him without a second thought, Wang Jiri asked indignantly, "Why? Am I not handsome enough? Not rich enough?" Yu Bei, looking at him, blurted out, "Because compared to Gu Yiming, you're just not in the same league." Wang Jiri changed his tack. "I know you have feelings for Gu Yiming," he said, "but that kind of guy, you can't bend. He's nice to you now because he hasn't found a girlfriend yet. Once he moves on, you'll be the one left hurting." Yu Bei frowned, deep in thought. Just then, Wang Jiri spotted Gu Yiming, disguised in plain clothes, entering the bar. A sly grin spread across his face. He lifted Yu Bei's chin and leaned in, whispering, "Think about what I said. I'm serious about you. I hope you'll consider it." Just as their faces were about to touch, a figure charged forward. A thud echoed through the bar as Wang Jiri was sent flying by a furious Gu Yiming. "Who the hell told you to bring him to a place like this?" he roared. Looking at the enraged Gu Yiming, Xiao Bai, ever the gossip, whipped out his phone, ready to record the dramatic scene. A mischievous glint in his eye, he thought, "This is trending material for sure. North has fish. Here we go." Yu Bei, seeing the commotion, grabbed Gu Yiming's arm. "Are you crazy? There are people everywhere. Aren't you afraid of getting caught?" Meanwhile, Wang Jui, sprawled on the floor, glared at Gu Yiming. "So what if I brought him here?" he challenged. Xiao Bai, ever the instigator, whispered to Yu Bei, "Run, dude. I can hold him off for 3 seconds, tops. Not a moment more." Yu Bei glared furiously at the troublemaking Wang Jiri. At this moment, Gu Yiming, his fury burning even hotter, raised a fist the size of a casserole dish and glared menacingly at Wang Jiri. "Are you trying to steal my man right in front of me? Don't think I don't know your dirty tricks. If you dare to lay a finger on him, I'll kill you. Since when was Yu Bei yours?" "I had no idea," Wang Jui retorted, his expression as unfazed as a dead pig in scalding water. He narrowed his eyes at Gu Yiming. "You really think you're something? Yu Bei isn't your pet. What do you think you're doing?" Wang Jiri, reveling in his provocation, continued to taunt Gu Yiming. "You hug him all the time, but don't touch him. Does stringing him along like this give you some kind of thrill?" Gu Yiming slapped Wang Jirui's hand away. "Don't make me laugh," he spat. "Did you ask Yu Bei if he wanted to be hit on by you?" Watching the two handsome men arguing over him, Yu Bei froze, unsure what to do. Lost in thought, Gu Yiming swept Yu Bei into his arms, ready to leave the tension-filled bar. "We haven't paid the bill," Yu Bei reminded him in a small voice, looking at the domineering Gu Yiming. "Pay my ass. I'm being generous by not trashing this place." Gu Yiming growled as he saw the persistent Wang Jiri approaching again. Gu Yiming scooped Yu Bei up into his arms and, with a swift kick, sent the flamboyant Wang Jiri flying. "My unreasonable Bei, love me again," Wang Jiri called out theatrically. Gu Yiming decided the only option was to cut off the source of the drama. He left with Yu Bei victorious. Meanwhile, Wang Jiri pulled out his beloved notebook and began to document the events of the evening. Look at these two men. One is the youngest best actor, the other a super rich second-generation heir. They brawled in a bar, completely disregarding their image, all for this delicate young man, the object of their affections. After Gu Yiming led Yu Bei away, they got into the car. Gu Yiming lit a cigarette, a sign of his agitation. He rarely smoked in front of Yu Bei, usually for fear of the smoke bothering him. Noticing Yu Bei's presence, Gu Yiming extinguished the cigarette and looked up to discuss the evening's events. If you want a drink, find a safe and classy place. I can accompany you. But why did you go to Wang Jirui's place? Were you planning on some drunken hookup? Gu Yiming's gentle, concerned tone made Yu Bei's heart flutter. He's so handsome and charming, as always, he thought. Seeing Yu Bei's dreamy expression, Gu Yiming pinched his cheek in exasperation. I told you not to go. You're only allowed to be flirty with me. Are you just ignoring everything I say? Yu Bei, irritated by Gu Yiming's domineering attitude, thought to himself, Wang Jui was right. You know everything, and you just like toying with me. You stupid straight guy. Seeing Yu Bei's silence, Gu Yiming continued his lecture. It's one thing to go out drinking, but to mess around with that guy? If the paparazzi catch you, your career in the entertainment industry is over. Yu Bei shrugged it off. So what if they do? I survived the pandemic. This is nothing. Another argument ensued. Fed up with Gu Yiming's nagging, Yu Bei was about to open the car door and bolt when Gu Yiming slammed his hand against the door, trapping him. Yu Bei, Gu Yiming began. Do you know why our second roommate in college suddenly dropped out? Intrigued, Yu Bei's dramatic side took over, and he started coming up with outlandish theories. His strange and endearing ideas were truly something. Gu Yiming explained, back in college, someone reported roommate number 2 and 3's relationship. The school called their parents. Roommate number 2 took the blame, saying he was harassing roommate number 3, and then dropped out. Holy shit, number 2 and 3 were a couple. Yu Bei exclaimed, stunned by the revelation. What kind of fate is it that 3 guys in the same dorm room are gay? He cupped Gu Yiming's face in his hands. What kind of straight guy are you? How have you held out this long? It's a scientific miracle. A second later, Yu Bei's expression shifted to one of love-struck admiration. Look at that guy, taking to fall for the one he loves. What a beautiful love story. It seemed Yu Bei had already mentally categorized Gu Yiming as his. Gu Yiming placed a hand on Yu Bei's head. So, Yu Bei, promise me you'll stay away from these messy situations. Fairy tale romances have to face reality. I don't want you to be judged. While Gu Yiming's words made sense, the biggest hardship Yu Bei had faced so far was the bittersweet ache of Gu Yiming's oblivious flirtations. At this moment, Yu Bei suddenly exclaimed, wait a minute, how did you know about them? Gu Yiming covered his mouth, hesitant to speak. Finally, he revealed that he had stumbled upon the second and third roommates in their dorm room. They were. Yu Bei practically drooled at the thought, applauding their lovemaking with envious enthusiasm. He was probably, at this very moment, wildly fantasizing about all sorts of strange and exciting activities. Look, these 2 men are really doing it in the car. Woo, woo. After Gu Yiming lectured Yu Bei in the car, the 2 started playfully wrestling, just like a real, live couple. Suddenly, Gu Yiming paused, pinning Yu Bei against the car door with his arm. He stared for a long moment, silent. What's wrong? Yu Bei asked softly, a shy tone in his voice. His eyes darted downwards. I told you, Yu Bei teased. Gu Yiming, you're done for. You're hard. Then he continued his taunting. Didn't you say you wouldn't get hard holding me? Why are you so firm now? Don't tell me you've fallen for me. Looking at the flustered Gu Yiming, Yu Bei continued to gloat. You actually went to the gay bar yourself and just happened to run into us. When did you become gay? You're pretty good at hiding it. In response to Yu Bei's relentless teasing, Gu Yiming started tickling him, sending shivers of laughter through Yu Bei's body. Looking at Yu Bei's suggestive posture, Gu Yiming suddenly froze. A barely perceptible blush crept across his face. He said, no wonder that damn Wang Jiarui is always trying to steal you away. He's practically drooling over you. Then, adopting a more serious tone, he added, seriously, Yu Bei, you're too flirtatious. Tone it down in the future. You don't want to keep attracting this kind of attention. He covered Yu Bei's mouth with his hand and continued, look at your seductive eyes. They're just too much. Did someone turn you gay? Yu Bei retorted, what does this have to do with being gay? After this very adult conversation, Yu Bei grabbed Gu Yiming and pressed him. You were wrestling with a guy and got hard. If it's not gay, what is? Looking at the shy and silent Gu Yiming, Yu Bei turned his head away and grumbled, just keep denying it. You're too afraid to admit it. Go to hell. Suddenly, Gu Yiming reached out and grabbed Yu Bei. He leaned in, his eyes filled with a mixture of desire and tenderness. He whispered, "Help me." "Holy shit," Yubei exclaimed, caught completely off guard by Gu Yiming's sudden request. Yubei struggled, but Gu Yiming held on tighter, insisting, "Don't refuse. You're always so wild outside. Here we are, just the two of us. Why be so shy?" Yubei pushed Gu Yiming away and jumped out of the car, his face flushed. He told himself, "Yubei, stay calm. There's no way I'm refusing. I've been waiting for this day for so long." After a moment of self-soothing, Yubei forced himself to calm down. He opened the car door, a mixture of anticipation and nervousness in his voice. "Come on, baby. I'm ready." Sounds of rustling and movement followed from inside the car. Look again." Gu Yiming let out a yelp. Yubei wiped his hand with a tissue, having completed his task. He stared at Gu Yiming, thinking to himself, "I just helped the guy I've had a crush on for 8 years with a hand job, and we're still just friends. I don't know what this idiot Gu Yiming is thinking. Wow, you're really good at that. Better than me. You're a true bro," Gu Yiming said, still basking in the afterglow. He seemed determined to push his luck. He continued to test Yubei's limits. Looking at this oblivious straight guy, Yubei turned his head away, feigning anger. He fumed inwardly. "I've been in love with you for so long. You'd have died from blue balls without my skillful hands. Don't tell me you're falling for my magic touch." Seeing Gu Yiming giggling foolishly, Yubei could only scold. "What are you grinning about, idiot? Snap out of it. Don't forget you're straight. Look, these two men are playing touchy-feely games again. Last time they were playing hatch the chick in the car, and now they're at it again." After Yubei had used his magic touch to service Gu Yiming, the so-called straight man was so lost in a world of pleasure that he didn't even hear what Yubei was saying to him. Then they saw Gu Yiming, a triumphant smirk plastered across his face. "So how was it? Amazing, right? Want me to give you a hand too?" he boasted. "Get lost, I don't need it," Yubei retorted, turning his head away, desperately trying to hide his own simmering desires. Lao Zi's perfectly content without it. Gu Yiming stared at Yubei with a hint of suspicion. "This little vixen is actually turning me down," he thought, before launching a surprise attack. With a swift, snake-like motion, his hand dove into Yubei's clothes, groping wildly. Yubei, completely caught off guard by this sudden maneuver, practically jumped out of his skin. Gu Yiming, now striking a victorious pose, declared, "Still saying you don't want it? Yours is already stiff as a rod. What are you so shy about?" At this, Yubei, thoroughly flustered, retaliated with a flurry of playful punches to Gu Yiming's chest, muttering through gritted teeth, "Look at you, acting like anything but a straight guy. Aren't you afraid of turning gay?" Gu Yiming, now the picture of hypocrisy, simply shrugged. "Worth it. If I'm meant to be bent, I'll be bent. If not, then not. It's all in the genes. Neither of us are gay." After their playful scuffle, Gu Yiming announced he had some business at the company and offered to drive Yubei home. Yubei, suspecting Gu Yiming was going to a secret rendezvous, insisted on tagging along. But when they arrived at the company, it turned out Gu Yiming really was there to discuss matters with Lao Lu. Bored, Yubei picked up a photo from the desk and began admiring it. Their dorm is seriously overflowing with good looks, he thought. Unbelievably handsome. But knowing that Lao Air and Lao San are a couple, it makes you wonder what kind of fate brought 3 gay guys together in one dorm. Except for Gu Yiming, that stubborn straight man. Restless, Yubei started scrolling through Weibo. Sure enough, Zhang Xing, that witch, was stirring up trouble again, her name dominating the top 3 trending topics. Seeing the wave of hateful comments, Yubei figured those responsible were probably already fired. He stood up abruptly, muttering fiercely, "How dare they slander my man? Time to show them what I'm really capable of." The office filled with the quiet hum of Yubei's unseen machinations. Meanwhile, Gu Yiming and Lao Lu were discussing how to handle the PR crisis. Filing a lawsuit and going to court would inevitably take 2 or 3 months. Gu Yiming sighed. "Guess I'll just take 2 months off then," he said. He planned to take Yubei to the reality show Lao Lu had mentioned earlier. He was currently gloating that Wang Jiri, that little pest, couldn't offer Yubei the same opportunities he could. Lao Lu, watching Gu Yiming's smug expression, thought, "Why don't you two just announce it to the world already? Even a fool could see what's going on here," he mused. "What's that kid playing at?" Yubei, still engrossed in his online battle, was startled by Gu Yiming's sudden question, nearly dropping his phone. Just as he was about to reply, Gu Yiming announced he wouldn't be going home tonight. Then, striking a devastatingly handsome pose, he said, "How about I treat you to a sleepover?" Yubei suspected Gu Yiming, having enjoyed himself in the car earlier, was looking for another round of fun. Observe these two handsome men, gazing intently at each other, urging each other to go take a shower. As for why, please prepare your snacks and let me elaborate. Late that night, after finishing his work, Gu Yiming invited Yubei to stay with him. Yubei's imagination ran wild. He'd never shared a room with Gu Yiming before. Could this be an invitation to something more? He quickly opened his phone and started browsing. Bathtubs, ropes, inflatable cushions, all sorts of themed scenarios filled the screen, leaving Yubei flushed with anticipation. Lost in his reverie, he heard a beep. Gu Yiming had opened a hidden door in the office. "What are you doing?" he asked Yubei. "Come on over here." Wow, a secret room. Yubei thought. Gu Yiming really does have some tricks up his sleeve. The office has its own lounge area, fully equipped. Just sleep here when you're tired. Go take a shower first. Seeing Yubei still standing there dumbfounded, Gu Yiming pulled out a new set of pajamas. "Yours ripped, remember?" he said. "Wear this for now." Flustered by this gesture, Yubei snatched the pajamas and scurried off to the bathroom. An hour later, freshly showered, Yubei sat on the bed, wondering, why does Gu Yiming have such a huge double bed in here? What does he usually do with it? Just then, Gu Yiming, looking devastatingly attractive, walked in. "Been waiting long?" he asked. Yubei, playing coy, replied, "Don't be silly. I wasn't waiting for you." Gu Yiming then said, "It's so late. Why don't we?" Staring at Gu Yiming, who was leaning in closer and closer, Yubei's face flushed crimson. Confronted with this devastatingly handsome yet oblivious flirt, he only heard Gu Yiming say, "Get some sleep. It's late." Gu Yiming continued, "Go to." Yubei internally raged. "You freaking straight man. I knew it. I shouldn't have expected this clueless idiot to get the hint." Seething, Yubei could only curse the screenwriter in his mind. "Gu Yiming's like this, and now you're trying to torture me too." "Hey Yubei," Gu Yiming said, "why are you huddled so far away? Come closer." "It's not like the bed's too small." Glaring at the infuriating man, Yubei roared, "Leave me alone. Go to sleep." And with that, Yubei, still simmering with resentment, drifted off. The next morning, Yubei, lost in some dream, was abruptly woken by Gu Yiming. "Get up," Gu Yiming said. "Come with me to the airport to pick someone up at noon." "Go yourself." "I'm not going," Yubei mumbled, a faint blush coloring his cheeks. Gu Yiming, noticing this, felt a prickle of suspicion. "Why is your face so red?" he asked, leaning closer. "Don't tell me." As he spoke, Gu Yiming reached for the covers, about to pull them back. Yubei, however, clutched them tightly, silently praying, "My future children. You can't just show them off like that." No, no, no. It turned out that Yubei, the little minx, had simply had a rather spring-like dream. Amused, Gu Yiming ripped the covers away. "Huh, what's the big deal? I thought you wet the bed. What's there to hide?" Looking at the embarrassed Yubei, Gu Yiming added, "I got my hands covered in your tadpoles yesterday, and my skin didn't complain." Yubei retorted, "What if it wasn't me who helped you yesterday? What if it was another man?" "Ugh, Yubei, are you trying to disgust me on purpose? Just shut up and get up. We're going to pick someone up." After a bit of playful bickering, the two arrived at the airport. Yubei learned that Gu Yiming was there to pick up a childhood friend and that their families were quite close. "Yiming-ji," a voice called out. They looked up. A vibrant young man with bright red hair appeared before them. His name was Lin Bayer, Gu Yiming's childhood friend. From his appearance, he was clearly a flamboyant character. "Yai Mingye, long time no see. I missed you so much." Watching Lin Bayer take Gu Yiming's arm with a suggestive familiarity, Yubei felt a pang of possessiveness. This was going to be interesting. Faced with the flamboyant man's blatant flirting, Gu Yiming remained unmoved, stoic as a rock. He was, after all, a man of steel, straight steel. From the moment he saw Lin Bayer, Yubei sensed a subtle but distinct air of rivalry. Lin Bayer continued to shower Gu Yiming with compliments. "Yiming-ji, you've gotten even more handsome. So manly." Gu Yiming, being the straight man he was, racked his brain for an appropriate compliment to return. Just then, Yubei leaned in and whispered, "Stylish." "Ah, yes, you've become very stylish," Gu Yiming finally managed. Lin Bayer then turned to Yubei and asked, "Yiming-ji, who is this?" This is Yubei. You should call him Ji," Gu Yiming replied. Lin Bayer completely ignored the introduction and extended his hand to Yubei. "Hello, Yubei. I went to high school in Japan and studied music in Germany for university. You probably wouldn't know," he added, showing off his English. Unfazed, Yubei replied in perfect, American-accented English, "Nice to meet you too," as if anyone couldn't speak a few words of English. Gu Yiming, completely bewildered, had no idea what the two were chattering about. "Come on, let's get in the car," he said, exasperated. Suddenly, Lin Byer's dramatic flair kicked in. "Yiming-ji, my suitcase is so heavy. Could you help me?" he whined. Yu Bei cringed internally at the blatant performance. He thought to himself, Lin Byer is laying it on thick. Any man who knows how to flirt would understand that hint. Surely, Gu Yiming won't fall for it, right? Just as he was worrying, he heard Gu Yiming say, "Wow, impressive. How did you even manage to drag that suitcase all the way here?" Yu Bei, stifling a laugh, watched as Gu Yiming proceeded to nudge Lin Byer's luggage with his foot. Yu Bei was probably ecstatic inside. "It won't fit in the front. Put it in the trunk yourself," Gu Yiming instructed. Having experienced the full force of Gu Yiming's straight man energy, Lin Byer felt utterly defeated. He could only grumble to himself as he hefted his luggage towards the trunk, convinced that he simply hadn't been obvious enough. Otherwise, Gu Yiming would surely have been more solicitous. Lin Byer, who had clearly overthought things, was about to open the passenger door when Gu Yiming stopped him. "You sit in the back," he said. Lin Byer, with his boundless imagination, assumed Gu Yiming was concerned for his safety. He couldn't have been more wrong. Gu Yiming's blunt statement implied the passenger seat was exclusively Yu Bei's. Struck down once again, Lin Byer could only fume silently. Sensing the waves of negativity emanating from the back seat, Yu Bei suddenly felt a pang of sympathy. He thought, this guy's great in every way except for his sharp tongue. Noticing Yu Bei's expression, Gu Yiming asked, "Are you hungry? Why the long face?" The self-absorbed Lin Byer assumed Gu Yiming was showing concern for him. Just as he was about to speak, he saw Gu Yiming stroke Yu Bei's head and say, "I was asking Yu Bei, not you, old eagle." At that moment, Lin Byer felt the crushing weight of his misery. From last night until now, and waking up so early today, the poor guy must be starving. "What? You slept together?" "Yeah, that's right. Since university, it's been 7 or 8 years now." After this exchange, Lin Byer's spirit was utterly crushed. Beside him, Yu Bei clenched his fists, wanting to punch Gu Yiming. "Will you shut up?" he thought. "What are you blabbering about?" Sensing Lin Byer's escalating fury, Yu Bei grabbed Gu Yiming and scolded him. "I told you to stop talking, and you're still talking. Can't you see he's completely petrified? I'm going to have to tape your mouth shut." This oblivious straight man was truly putting the 20-something Yu Bei through the ringer. Just then, Gu Yiming stopped the car and got out. An unspoken battle began between the two remaining in the car. Yu Bei desperately hoped Gu Yiming would return quickly. Otherwise, who knew what Lin Byer might do to him? A short while later, Gu Yiming returned with a bag of food, which he handed to Yu Bei. "Eat something, so you don't get hungry." Lin Byer looked on expectantly, hoping Gu Yiming had brought something for him too. Then Gu Yiming blurted out, "I forgot." Yu Bei practically choked on his food. If looks could kill, Lin Byer would be dead several times over. It seemed a vendetta had been born between him and Yu Bei. Thanks to Gu Yiming and the appearance of Lin Byer, Yu Bei's position was precarious. Yet, the two of them were also secretly sizing each other up. Lin Byer, recently returned from abroad, said, "Please don't call me by my Chinese name. It's so ugly. You can call me by my English name, Dan." Yu Bei thought for a moment. "This is so awkward. I can't bring myself to say it." The smug Lin Byer continued, "I know you people who haven't been abroad aren't used to English names, but I went to high school in Japan for 3 years, so I have a Japanese name too." Yu Bei's eyes lit up. "I also picked a Japanese name in middle school." Suddenly, they had common ground. Lin Byer excitedly asked, "What's your Japanese name?" "Mine is Matsushima Nanako. I'm Luhua Peanut Oil," Yu Bei replied, practically giddy with excitement, having seemingly found a kindred spirit. Lin Byer's excitement instantly evaporated. He glared at Yu Bei as if he were an idiot. However, the oblivious Yu Bei didn't even notice. Isn't this the perfect way to get someone to block you? The dramatic Yu Bei then conjured up a bizarre fantasy. In a primeval forest, he, as a strong, masculine husband, lived happily ever after with his delicate husband, Gu Yiming. One day, the manly Yu Bei went out hunting to support his family, telling his delicate husband, Gu, to wait for him at home. Just as the delicate Gu Yiming was hoping for his manly husband's swift return, the wild man Lin appeared. The domineering Lin kicked the manly Yu Bei away and snatched up the delicate Gu Yiming. He thought to himself, this delicate husband is really handsome. Perfect to take back and make my captive husband. From then on, they would live a life of shameless debauchery. Unfortunately, the wild man Lin was too powerful, and the two were tragically separated. Hey, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. May you never lack love in your life, and may you never lack someone to cuddle with. I'm off to have some fun. Look forward to the next one. He's a total steel straight man. He's immune to the flirtatious advances of all sorts of flamboyant men, yet he only loves to tease his buddy of 8 years. He even asks his buddy to touch his, well, you'll see. When Gu Yiming picked Lin Baier up and returned to the company, Yu Bei was still reeling from Lin Baier's utter defeat at the hands of Gu Yiming. It seemed that the little show-off was determined to fight for love, to rescue his princess from the clutches of the evil dragon Yu Bei. As Yu Bei was lost in his fantasy, Lin Baier, as if discovering a new continent, exclaimed, Yiming, bro, your company is so huge. It looks amazing. Yu Bei's expression was one of utter disbelief, his eyes rolling so far back they practically disappeared. Gu Yiming, feigning busyness, turned to the side and instructed Yu Bei to show Lin Baier around and take her to the recording studio. Lin Baier, eager to impress, chirped, Don't worry, Yiming, I'm a professional. This little diva is ready to get to work. Seeing this, Yu Bei prepared to escort the flamboyant Lin Baier to the recording studio. Suddenly, a palpable wave of hostility washed over him. He watched, bewildered, as Lin Baier tilted her head dramatically and sashayed off on her own. Yu Bei stared after the theatrical Lin Baier, speechless. Yu Bei was sitting on the sofa, waiting, when a loud bang echoed through the room. Xiaobai burst through the door, clutching his ears. He rushed over to Yu Bei and asked, Xiaobai, does this new singer have some kind of connections here? What in the world was that singing? My dog would want to release 3 albums overnight after hearing that. That shouldn't be possible. He said he graduated from a music academy. Looking at the confused Yu Bei, Xiaobai threw his hands up in exasperation. Come on, it's obvious he came from some fly-by-night school. With that level of skill, he must have some serious backing to debut in our company. Yu Bei, cupping his face in his hands, revealed that Lin Baier was Gu Yiming's childhood friend. Xiaobai, stunned, immediately switched into detective mode. Based on my deduction, that little Baier is definitely a drama queen. But I can also see, of course, my gaydar isn't just for show. Growing more animated, Xiaobai grabbed Yu Bei's hand. Bei, you should have seen the way he flirted with Mr. Gu. I'm certain he has designs on him. Just as Yu Bei was about to speak, Xiaobai pointed a finger at him. In short, Xiaobai, you need to be careful. Don't let someone steal your man. Yu Bei couldn't help but laugh at Xiaobai's antics. What are you talking about? Lin Baier's sudden appearance startled both of them. In the blink of an eye, Xiaobai had already made a hasty retreat. Yu Bei was about to say something when Lin Baier slammed a hand down and issued a warning. Now that I'm back, what's not yours will never be yours. No amount of tricks will change that. Don't even try to compete with me. Listening to Lin Baier's delusional rant, Yu Bei's imagination went into overdrive. He adopted a dramatic tone. Miss, I really haven't been trying to seduce the young master. How dare you, you little hussy, try to seduce my Mr. Gu. I'll ruin your face. Let's see who comes to save you then. Seeing Yu Bei struggling to contain his laughter, Lin Baier's anger flared. Through gritted teeth, he demanded that Yu Bei take him to Gu Yiming's office. Secretly amused, Yu Bei politely led the way. These two together could practically star in a movie. Look closely, another heart-pounding, thrilling scene is unfolding. As the two drew closer, a furious shout rang out. It turned out to be a scene Lin Baier, the drama queen, had conjured up in a fit of jealous imagining. When they arrived at Gu Yiming's office, Lin Baier pointed to the lounge and ordered Yu Bei, Hey, open the door. I need to take a nap. I haven't gotten over my jet lag yet. Hurry up. Yu Bei stepped forward and explained that it was Gu Yiming's private lounge. The fingerprint lock could only be opened by Gu Yiming himself and the cleaning lady. As he spoke, he instinctively pressed his finger against the scanner. A click echoed, and the door swung open. Seeing this, Lin Baier was utterly dumbfounded. What's going on? I thought it was high-tech. Yu Bei, equally stunned, assumed he had broken the lock. He mentally resolved to eat less in the future to save Gu Yiming money. An exasperated Lin Baier shoved Yu Bei aside and stormed into the lounge. Yu Bei watched Lin Baier, frozen in place, and was about to speak when he heard a shriek. Why are your clothes here? Don't tell me you and Yiming. No, no, no. Yu Bei quickly explained. I didn't have time to go home yesterday, so I stayed the night. Just slept. Nothing else happened. Though, internally, he admitted he wouldn't have minded if something had. Lin Bayer, however, was relentless. Don't lie. It's your first time here. How could you open a fingerprint lock? And it's so small in here. How could two grown men fit? I knew you liked Yiming. You must have been up to no good. Yu Bei stared at the oblivious Lin Bayer, speechless. He wondered why everyone assumed he liked Gu Yiming. Was it that obvious? Why can't that idiot Gu Yiming see it? No, I'm just after his body right now. Yu Bei drifted off into another self-indulgent fantasy. Yu Bei, you shameless flirt, trying to seduce my Yiming. Looking at Lin Bayer's fury, Yu Bei retorted, Is Gu Yiming your boyfriend? Not yet, Lin Bayer huffed, but it's only a matter of time. Watching this Park Sung-nam, Yu Bei couldn't help but admire the man's courage and confidence. He must have prayed to Liang Jingru for this kind of audacity. He then earnestly warned Lin Bayer, in your case, early treatment is key. The sooner you recover, the better. Otherwise, you'll end up like me, head over heels for 8 years with no way out. Lin Bayer shoved Yu Bei away dramatically, declaring, Yiming Ji will never love you, but I can make him fall for me, just based on the fact I've known Yiming Ji since I was 5. Yu Bei, now fully embracing his dramatic side, clutched his chest theatrically. This is a tragedy. My 8-year crush on Gu Yiming is nothing. This poor soul has been a widow since he was 5. The thing is, he continued, Gu Yiming is as straight as the Tokyo Tower, and Lin Bayer has been pining for him all this time. He even gave up his career abroad and came back. How can you be so pathetic? Infuriated, Lin Bayer grabbed Yu Bei, shaking him and shouting, I'm warning you. Stay away from Yiming Ji. Don't even think about seducing him. What are you two doing? Gu Yiming entered the room at that moment. Lin Bayer, clinging to Gu Yiming like a lovesick vine, feigned exhaustion. He claimed he was jet-lagged and needed to sleep, asking Yu Bei to take him to the lounge. Gu Yiming, his face darkening, shoved Lin Bayer away. You can't sleep here. Get out, he said coldly. Undeterred, Lin Bayer continued his incessant whining. He even started bad-mouthing Yu Bei right in front of Gu Yiming. Gu Yiming's face hardened. Lin Bayer, what nonsense are you spouting? Didn't your father teach you any manners? Why are you throwing a tantrum here? You're here to work as an artist. Act like it. Yu Bei tried to smooth things over. He's just a kid, freshly back from abroad. Cut him some slack. Before he could finish, Gu Yiming produced a stick from seemingly nowhere. You're right, he said angrily. A good beating will do the trick. It seemed Gu Yiming was truly furious. One could only imagine what would happen next. Watch these two handsome men show off their affection. One demands the other call him husband. Would you call him that? When Lin Bayer badmouthed Yu Bei in front of Gu Yiming. Gu Yiming's irritation was palpable. His face darkened as he snapped. If I hear you say one more bad word about Yu Bei, I'll make you disappear from this city. Now get out. Terrified, Lin Bayer covered his face and ran, sobbing and threatening to tell Daddy Gu. Gu Yiming scoffed. You can tell the Jade Emperor himself, and it won't make a difference. It seemed Yu Bei was Gu Yiming's weakness. Vetching Gu Yiming praktikly fuming, Yu Beizeit. Look at you, scaring the poor kid. Why are you so angry? Gu Yiming grabbed Yu Bei's shoulders, roaring, I haven't even started on you. You let a stranger into my bedroom. Don't you care about hygiene? He's your childhood friend. How is this my fault? Yu Bei retorted, Ik falle erneut. Gu Yiming, relentless, insisted he had OCD and didn't like people touching his things. Yu Bei's temper finally flared. You're full of it. You were using my toothbrush yesterday. What kind of OCD is that? Gu Yiming turned away in silence. Yu Bei was about to speak when he saw Gu Yiming putting on a wounded expression. So love really does fade. You're starting to disregard me. You don't care about me anymore. What do you mean I don't care about you? Yu Bei thought incredulously. Haven't I been your loyal lapdog for 8 years? Shouldn't I be the one feeling aggrieved? Did you get the script wrong? Gu Yiming, seemingly possessed, started dredging up the past, leaving Yu Bei speechless. He thought, if Gu Yiming could be swayed, he wouldn't have needed to sow his wild oats elsewhere. Gu Yiming, now acting like a neglected spouse, continued to complain about Yu Bei's supposed lack of attention. He reminisced about how Yu Bei used to wash and disinfect his towels, hand wash his clothes, and even disinfect his chair every day. This litany made even Yu Bei wonder when he'd become so domesticated. He'd only wanted to sleep with Gu Yiming, nothing more. But this infuriatingly stubborn straight man wouldn't even date him, yet still wanted to monopolize his affections. It was simply outrageous. Now completely worked up, Gu Yiming declared, I've been devoted to you all these years, so you have to give me your heart back. Otherwise, we're over. Wait, we're over? Yu Bei's imaginative mind, ever prone to misinterpretations, automatically revised the sentence. Seeing Gu Yiming still ready to explode, Yu Bei had no choice but to pat him soothingly. I know. I'll be more careful next time. I'll cherish you properly from now on. Good boy, Yu Bei cooed, deploying his most effective tactic, a blend of playful teasing and exaggerated affection, to appease the sulking, almost childish, Gu Yiming before he could launch into another tirade. Gu Yiming, his mood considerably brightened, pulled out a card and handed it to Yu Bei. What's this? Yu Bei asked, his mind leaping to dramatic conclusions. A breakup fee? Compensation for my wasted youth. Ever the drama queen. Gu Yiming chuckled. It's your appearance fee from the last acting gig. The full amount. The company didn't take a cut. Yu Bei's eyes lit up, already mentally counting the zeros. How many zeros are we talking about? He murmured, just as Gu Yiming snatched the card back, a mischievous glint in his eyes. Beg me, Gu Yiming teased. Please, Yu Bei pleaded, playing along. Pretty please, Daddy. You given too easily, Gu Yiming complained. Where's the sense of accomplishment? After a brief pause, he lifted Yu Bei's chin, a playful smirk on his face. Call me husband, he purred. Oh boy, this was definitely going somewhere. Look at this straight man, utterly bewildered. Not only does he refuse to date, but he also wants other men to call him husband. And he has a penchant for these bizarrely suggestive poses. Gu Yiming, with the smug air of a shrewd businessman, continued to tease Yu Bei, refusing to relent until he heard the coveted word husband. Yu Bei, despite his inner flirt, maintained a facade of Jinshi restraint, reserve, determined to uphold his principles. Gu Yiming, you sly dog. What kind of weird fetish is this? Wanting people to call you husband. You have so many people at your company. Why don't you have them line up and call you that? Yu Bei continued, his voice laced with mock exasperation. Anyone here like being called husband or wife? Leave a dog emoji in the comment section. Ha ha ha. Watching Yu Bei's little tantrum, Gu Yiming responded smugly. I only like hearing you say it. They don't sound as good as you. You're like a toad, trying to woo a swan. Ugly and full of tricks. Yu Bei retorted. This is crossing a line. Seeing Yu Bei's indignant sputtering, Gu Yiming flashed the card again. Suddenly, a demure husband slipped from Yu Bei's lips, his face a picture of blushing shyness. When it came to Gu Yiming, Yu Bei's principles were remarkably flexible. Feigning ignorance, Gu Yiming asked, What was that? I didn't hear you. Louder, old man. Hearing this, Gu Yiming, thinking he'd won, patted Yu Bei's head in satisfaction. But Yu Bei snatched the card, a triumphant grin spreading across his face. Gotcha. Who called you husband? I said old thing. Feeling played, Gu Yiming pulled Yu Bei close. You little minx, trying to trick me, are you? Now you have to call me husband 3 times and make it sound good, or you're in trouble. Look at this posture, this position, so shy, so exciting. Yu Bei turned his head and whined. Husband, I was wrong. Please give it to me. His coquettish tone brought a blush to Gu Yiming's cheeks. Yu Bei, are you feverish? Why are you being so suggestive? Good thing this room is soundproof, or people outside would think I'm doing something to you. Yu Bei replied, I'm only suggestive if you're suggestive. You see suggestiveness everywhere. I'm not being suggestive. They held this awkward, intimate pose for a moment longer, causing Gu Yiming to swallow hard. Finally, he released Yu Bei, turned away, and admitted, Fine, I'm being suggestive. Happy now? Yes, you are. Yu Bei agreed. Gu Yiming then told him he'd landed him a spot on a travel variety show, filming in Kana's Xinjiang. Filming would start the day after tomorrow. Before Yu Bei could fully process this news, Gu Yiming continued. Aren't you always complaining about being bored at home and want to go out and have fun? Think of this as a relaxing vacation. But you don't have to send me to the wilderness. Am I supposed to go hunting? Aren't you afraid I'll get abducted? Looking at Yu Bei's bewildered expression, Gu Yiming flashed a reassuring smile. Don't worry, your husband will be going with you. What kind of story will unfold next? Look closely. This flamboyant young man wants to date a famous actor and score a huge breakup fee. Unfortunately, the actor is a hopeless straight man, the kind you can't bend no matter how hard you try. The next morning, after securing the variety show gig for Yu Bei, the two of them boarded a private jet, living the high life with Mr. Gu. Big gold chains, fancy watches, barbecue every other day. Yu Bei exclaimed, enjoying himself immensely. I feel like bursting into song. Hit it. Please begin your performance. Ah, samalama dumalama. You assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do? Yu Bei's sudden outburst left Gu Yiming speechless, staring at him as if he were a complete idiot. Yu Bei, feeling incredibly pleased with himself, excitedly exclaimed, "Mr. Gu, are you ready for a C-position debut?" He declared, "I choose the C-position." Then, feigning annoyance, he dramatically turned his head away, refusing to even look at the goofball. This charade continued until the plane landed, when Gu Yiming instructed Yu Bei to stay close, lest he get lost in the crowd. Yu Bei, nonchalant, retorted, "In this primitive forest of a place, I doubt you'll even have any fans." He then loudly proclaimed, Gu Yiming, husband Gu, I love you," the moment they stepped into the airport terminal. However, Yu Bei was instantly proven wrong. The sheer number of fans was overwhelming. This is crazy, he thought. Mr. Gu's fans are truly everywhere. Still reeling from the shock, he suddenly heard someone call his name. Excited, Yu Bei whipped around to see a group of mom fans. It seemed Yu Bei, the flamboyant flirt, had his fair share of admirers too. Seeing this, Gu Yiming turned his head and chuckled, infuriating Yu Bei. "Who are you looking down on? You Bei blistut. Mom fans are fans too. My fans are the most sophisticated." Looking at the pouting Yu Bei, Gu Yiming pulled him closer. "All right, come greet our seniors," he said. "These two are national treasure actors." They had witnessed Gu Yiming's growth in the industry. After exchanging greetings, the group began to chat and catch up. True to their reputation as national treasures, upon seeing the fresh-faced Yu Bei, one of the actors, Teacher Chung, offered to introduce him to some directors. Overjoyed, Yu Bei expressed his gratitude, inwardly blaming his lack of focus and dedication, attributing it to being distracted by Gu Yiming's physique. He vowed to work harder in the future. Watching Gu Yiming exchange pleasantries and compliments with the senior actors, Yu Bei suddenly felt like a useless nobody. He sighed. Comparisons really are the thief of joy. As Gu Yiming continued to chat, two energetic young men made a dazzling entrance. Known for their comedic antics, they were the duo Big Ego Boys. They were undeniably flamboyant, a pair of quintessential quirky youngsters. Their arrival stunned everyone present. Yu Bei stared at them, thinking, one's called Xiao Chung, the other Zhu Jiao. They might as well call themselves the filial piety and wine cellar duo. The scene was so awkward that Yu Bei felt completely out of place. On one side was the world of industry giants. On the other, the world of youthful exuberance. Who could understand his little gay world? Lost in thought, Yu Bei turned and saw a familiar figure. Just as he was about to speak, he was startled by a loud, flamboyant greeting. It was Lin Bayer, that dramatic queen. He hadn't expected him to be here. Lin Bayer then launched into a dazzling self-introduction. Yu Bei was surprised. The guy seemed quite wealthy. No wonder he was Gu Yiming's neighbor. Yu Bei nudged Gu Yiming and whispered, "Is your family loaded?" "We're doing all right," Gu Yiming replied. Then, with a melancholic expression, Gu Yiming added, "If I don't work hard, I'll have to go back and inherit the family business." The pressure is immense. Yu Bei thought, "Wow, you're the heir to the throne of humble bragging, aren't you? You infuriating creature." Nearly apoplectic with rage, Yu Bei adopted a flirtatious demeanor. He expressed his desire to marry into wealth and asked Gu Yiming to hook him up. He even offered to be a house husband. Clinging to Gu Yiming's arm, he pleaded, "Mr. Gu, are you looking for a relationship? The kind where the breakup fee is 5 million. Ignoring Gu Yiming's immediate refusal, the relentless Yu Bei launched into his dramatic routine. "Come on, are you in? Imagine when your family finds out your partner is a man, and your parents, desperate to break us up, offer me a check to disappear. I'll grab that check and run so fast, not even a dog could catch me. Oh, the sweet sin of money. You're so silly. Why not just marry me? Then I get half your fortune in the divorce." Exasperated, Gu Yiming grapit Yu Bei. "Do you want me to pay for a little trip to Thailand for you? For a small operation?" Yu Bei thought, this infuriatingly straight man, completely unflappable. "I swear I want to send you for a physical castration, and not with a scalpel, but a saw." As they bickered, Xiao Bai, their assistant, approached. "Mr. Gu Bei Gu, please tone it down. This is a live broadcast." Snapping back to reality, the two realized the chat was exploding with comments about their couple dynamic. They were trending again. Mortified, Yu Bei declared he needed to get on a plane and escape. Just then, a voice called out a greeting. It was Zhang Xing, that troublemaking vixen, accompanied by a blonde woman named Sun Yuexin, who was likely her accomplice. And to make matters worse, Xiao Han, Gu Yiming's childhood friend, appeared behind them. Yu Bei glared at Gu Yiming, thinking, "It's all your fault, you womanizer. One childhood sweetheart, one ex-girlfriend, and a runaway Xiao. Is this an ex-girlfriend reunion? You dog. This show is going to be interesting. Unbelievable. This pose." Continuing from the last scene, when Yu Bei ran into that woman Zhang Xing again, sure enough, he opened Weibo and found another wave of haters bashing Gu Yiming and himself. Gu Yiming nonchalantly said it was probably arranged by his company and told Yu Bei not to let it affect his mood. Yu Bei turned his head and retorted sarcastically, "Affect my mood? She's not my ex-girlfriend. What it got to do with me?" By this time, all the guests participating in the variety show had arrived, and the director announced the rules. They were to form teams of 2 and complete the filming on their own. At this point, Lin Bayer sidled up, acting coy and asking Gu Yiming for forgiveness for her previous behavior, expressing her strong desire to team up with him. Hearing this, Gu Yiming put his arm around Yu Bei and declared, "It's good that you realize your mistake, but you can't break us up." Yu Bei thought to himself, dumbfounded. "When did we get together? Why wasn't I informed? Break us up? What a joke." Then Gu Yiming grinned at Yu Bei and said, "We've been together for so long, we're definitely perfectly in sync." He then turned to Lin Bayer and told her not to interfere. Lin Bayer, trembling with anger, put on a pitiful expression and tried to say something more. But Yu Bei rushed over, putting on a greedy expression. According to the usual trope, he said, "You should give me 5 million. Then I'll immediately succumb to the obscene power of your money and leave him without a second glance, taking your stinking money with me." At that moment, Gu Yiming and Lin Bayer both yelled, "Get lost," in unison. Yu Bei's little scheme was nipped in the bud. After the teams were formed, they learned that their destination required a 13-hour drive, and they had to drive themselves. Clearly, the production team was trying to stir things up. Learning that there was an empty seat in Gu Yiming's car, Lin Bayer, her face beaming, rushed over again. Seeing her asking for a ride, Yu Bei, annoyed, immediately started bickering with her. If they would travel together, they would definitely argue the entire way. After thinking for a moment, Yu Bei had an idea. He leaned closer to Lin Bayer and started whispering. "That Zhang Xing," he murmured, "is actually Gu Yiming's ex-girlfriend. To get revenge on him, she posted their intimate photos all over the internet. She's a vicious woman." Upon hearing this, Lin Bayer launched into a tirade, rolling up her sleeves and preparing to confront that little bitch. It seemed Yu Bei's strategy had worked. Gu Yiming, who happened to witness this scene, asked Yu Bei in confusion how he had managed to get rid of the troublesome Lin Bayer. Yu Bei, beaming, said it was a secret. He thought to himself, "This borrowing a knife to kill tactic is perfect. I'm such a charming villain, the ultimate winner." Just then, an energetic young man from the Shaocheng and Zhu Jiao team opened Gu Yiming's car door, saying he was joining them for the ride as the other cars were full. Gu Yiming's eyes narrowed, seemingly filled with murderous intent as he stared at the clueless young man. The young man, thinking his entry had been awkward, switched feet, preparing to get in again. Seeing this, Gu Yiming suppressed his simmering rage. He said irritably, "This seat is Yu Bei's." The quick-witted young man immediately sat back down in the back seat. After Yu Bei got into the car, Gu Yiming changed his demeanor and said he was used to having Yu Bei sit next to him so they could chat if he got sleepy. Yu Bei, speechless, thought, "Just drive, will you? Stop explaining. Do other people not have mouths? Can't they chat with you?" Undeterred, Gu Yiming continued explaining, "Ever since I met Yu Bei, I haven't let anyone else sit in the passenger seat." Sensing the juicy gossip, the others chuckled and said, "Gu Yiming, the way you're talking, it's like you're talking about your girlfriend. So sweet." Yu Bei, internally screaming, "Watch this straight man spout such blatant nonsense. What girlfriend? Besides work, I spend all my time with Yu Bei. When would I have time for a girlfriend?" He thought, "Wow, this wind is a bit strong." "So sweet," he muttered sarcastically. The cameraman, overhearing this, couldn't help but imagine some rather suggestive scenarios. What kind of imagination could conjure up such interesting images? Now, there's some exciting news. She is Mu Qingyi, the princess of Ling Xiangong, the #1 immortal in the world. He is Chu Yingli, the disciple carefully taught by Mu Qingyi. He originally thought that these harmonious days of master and disciple, and peace and prosperity would last forever. However, a great calamity is approaching, and the lives of millions are at stake. Mu Qingyi went to her death without hesitation for the sake of all living beings, but she never expected that she would be reborn 10 years later. The once obedient and sensible disciple had seemingly gone mad in an instant. They had hoped he would return to his former self, but Chu Yingli seemed to have other plans. The story goes back 10 years. Chu Yingli, immersed in the cold pool, felt a persistent unease. He kept inexplicably thinking of his master. At that moment, Mu Qingyi slowly walked to the edge of the pool, reminding him not to overexert himself in his cultivation. Chu Yingli reached out and grasped Mu Qingyi's hand, gazing at him with longing. The Hanshin flowers on Yunming Cliff are about to bloom. Master, will you take me to see them? Looking at his disciple's expectant gaze, Mu Qingyi nodded in agreement. Chu Yingli watched his retreating figure, murmuring, "If only you could fulfill all my wishes." But then, a demonic invasion shattered the peace of this world, and also ruined Chu Yingli's eagerly awaited flower viewing excursion. Wherever the demons went, they left a trail of death and destruction. The people looked on in despair. Could it be that even the princess of Ling, Xiangong, cannot save us? Standing at the edge of the cliff, Mu Qingyi remained silent for a moment. Then, with a resolute expression, he looked back. "Tell my disciple that I won't be able to accompany him to see the flowers tomorrow." With that, Mu Qingyi leaped into the air, landing before the monstrous beast. He began to weave hand seals, preparing to seal it away. The beast roared, "You would burn your very soul to seal me? You will perish as well." Mu Qingyi calmly replied, "For the sake of all living beings, I have no regrets." His hands continued their intricate movements without pause. With a resounding explosion and the beast's agonizing shriek, the battle between man and demon finally ended. The force of the blast left Mu Qingyi suspended in the air, unable to move. I promised my disciple I would take him to see the Hanshin flowers. It seems I will have to break my word. Suddenly, a heart-wrenching cry echoed through the air. "Master!" Chu Yingli desperately ran towards the spot where Mu Qingyi was falling. The esteemed immortal lord, the princess of Ling Xiangong, had sacrificed her life for the sake of the world. Chu Yingli managed to catch Mu Qingyi. "Master, open your eyes and look at me. I only left for a little while. Why didn't you wait for me?" A nearby disciple tried to console him. "The immortal lord died for the sake of all living beings. She died without regret." Chu Yingli abruptly cut him off. "Shut up. What good are all living beings? What does dying without regret mean? I only want him. You all watch him die. Then none of you deserve to live." Unable to bear the pain of losing his master, Chu Yingli began to succumb to his inner demons. He unleashed a torrent of immortal energy at the disciple who had spoken, his power surging. The others watched in horror as his cultivation level reached the nascent soul stage, rivaling that of the immortal lord. "Senior brother Chu," they cried, "the immortal lord traded her life for these people. Do you intend to destroy her sacrifice? If she were awake, she would never want to see you like this." Chu Yingli looked at Mu Qingyi's peaceful face. "Master is just sleeping. If he knew I destroyed this place, he would be angry with me when he woke up." He gently lifted Mu Qingyi into his arms. "Master will catch a cold sleeping out here. I'll take you back to Ling Xiangong." Chu Yingli carefully pushed open the door, intending to wake the person in his arms. But he stumbled on a piece of debris, and Mu Qingyi fell from his grasp. Panicked, Chu Yingli reached out to catch him. "It's my fault. Did you hurt yourself? It must hurt so much. You're hurting so much you won't even talk to me. I know Master's cold on the outside, but kind on the inside. You always doted on me. You wouldn't be angry with me and ignore me." But Mu Qingyi's hand slipped to elite Ly from Chu Yingli's grasp. Finally, Chu Yingli couldn't hold back any longer, clutching at his master's robes. "Mu Qingyi, why won't you speak to me? You're always so detached, so concerned with propriety and dignity. Don't you care that I'm disregarding all decorum now? Open your eyes and look at me. Even if I've succumbed to my demons, don't you care?" Chu Yingli threw back his head and laughed hysterically. "You care for the world, cherish all living beings. Your heart is filled with great love, great righteousness. But why are you so fair to everyone else, and yet so unfair to me? Just a few days ago, you promised to take me to see the Hanshin flowers. But you lied, Mu Qingyi. I hate you." He had once been his master's obedient and well-behaved disciple, fallen into darkness due to master's demise. Meanwhile, Mu Qingyi, observing the unfamiliar surroundings, thought, "Didn't I banish the demonic creatures with my soul as a guide, using the life-severing blade? I should be dead. So many corpses? Did Chu Yingli not even bother to bury them, just tossing them into a mass grave?" A sudden voice interrupted Mu Qingyi's thoughts. "That lunatic from Ling Xiangong is at it again. This time, It's the Lu Sword sect that's been annihilated. At this rate, even the mass graves won't be big enough. Another person chimed in. Mu Qingyi has been dead for 10 years. His disciple has destroyed dozens of sects, all to find some treasure to resurrect him. Mu Qingyi was astonished by their conversation. Dead for 10 years. Chu Yingli had turned Ling Xiangong into a demonic stronghold? One of the men nudged his companion. Enough talk. Let's get out of here. That Ling Xiangong lunatic is still on a rampage in the Ghost Cry Forest. Mu Qingyi couldn't believe that the person they spoke of was her once obedient disciple. She decided to follow them and investigate. Upon reaching the Ghost Cry Forest, she stumbled upon members of the Lu Sword sect. One handed a box to the other, urging him to protect their sect's most precious treasure. They were unaware that they were already surrounded. They stared in disbelief as the Ling Xiangong forces caught up so quickly. Then, Chu Yingli emerged from the crowd. His expression was cold as he ordered them to hand over the Xianling willow wood. Mu Qingyi stared at this distorted version of her disciple, unable to comprehend. "We'll die before we let you. A demon, have it!" cried one of the Lu Sword sect members, concealing the treasure. Chu Yingli's face remained impassive. "Then die," he said, and his followers surged forward. In a flash, Mu Qingyi appeared before the Lu Sword sect members, shielding them from Ling Xiangong's fierce attack. Everyone stared in astonishment at this sudden arrival. Even Chu Yingli was momentarily stunned. "Who are you?" he demanded. Mu Qingyi couldn't help but murmur, "You don't even recognize me anymore?" Watching her use the Xianqing Ju, a technique exclusive to his master, Chu Yingli's composure shattered. He seized her throat. "The Xianqing Ju is my master's secret art. How can you use it? Who are you?" In her past life, she was a revered and powerful immortal. Now, she was reborn as an ordinary mortal. Mu Qingyi looked at Chu Yingli with pain in her eyes. "Have you fallen into darkness?" Chu Yingli glared at her, his eyes glowing green. "Who are you to question me? Why do you possess my master's secret art?" Mu Qingyi flung his hand away, her gaze sharp. "Because I am your master. Ungrateful disciple, do you intend to defy heaven and earth?" Chu Yingli's eyes burned with fury. This person dared to impersonate his master. Mu Qingyi's voice rang out. "Why would I need to impersonate anyone? When the demonic horde invaded, I burned my life essence to seal them away." Before she could finish, Chu Yingli interrupted. A surge of powerful energy slammed into Mu Qingyi. She hadn't expected him to actually attack her. Chu Yingli's demonic power was overwhelming. The blow left her severely wounded. Mu Qingyi stumbled back, wiping the blood from her lips. She couldn't understand why Chu Yingli didn't recognize her. Then, catching sight of her reflection in a puddle, she realized she no longer looked the same. Chu Yingli's face was dark. "Master is only sleeping. No one is allowed to say she's dead." Mu Qingyi struggled to her feet. No wonder he didn't recognize her. She had been reborn into a different body. "You dare impersonate my master? You deserve to die," Chu Yingli roared. "And for saying she's dead, you deserve to die even more." He attacked again. Mu Qingyi collapsed, whispering, "I do deserve to die. If it weren't for me, Chu Yingli wouldn't be like this. If only the demons hadn't invaded. If only I'd gone to see the Hanshin flowers with him." Chu Yingli froze, those words echoing in his ears. He grabbed Mu Qingyi by the collar. That promise had been shared only between him and his master. How could this person know? Mu Qingyi reached out, her hand trembling as she touched his cheek. "It's my fault. I've wronged you." Her strength gave out, and she fainted. Chu Yingli caught her in his arms. Confusion filled their eyes. "Who are you?" Chu Yingli's subordinates watched the scene in astonishment. Their master always abhorred being touched. Who was this man? He was being held in their master's arms and still lived. Chu Yingli, using his magic, seized the hostages from the Lu Sword sect. He leaped into the air, holding the person close, leaving behind a single, airy command: return to the palace. Then he vanished. A Ling Xiangong subordinate asked, "Should we kill the remaining disciples of the Lu Sword sect?" Xie Fengzhu replied indifferently, "Our master told us to return, so we return. Don't overstep your bounds." The surviving members of the Lu Sword sect could scarcely believe they were still alive. They were the only sect members to survive an encounter with Chu Yingli in the last 10 years. He had once been an obedient and gentle youth, but after his master's death, he had become a feared demon lord. In a dark cave, Mu Qingyi's hands were bound. Suddenly, someone threw water in his face, jolting him awake. He coughed up blood as he came to. Chu Yingli stared at him coldly. "Awake?" he asked indifferently. Mu Qingyi coughed, his voice weak. Where am I?" Chu Yingli sneered, gripping Mu Qingyi's face. Ling Xiangong, of course. Mu Qingyi hadn't expected to return here like this. Chu Yingli's hand tightened slowly around his throat. Tell me, he hissed, how do you know Master's Xianqing Ju technique? And how do you know about the promise between Master and me? Mu Qingyi looked startled. What promise? He asked. Could it be the one he'd spoken of before losing consciousness? Seeing his distraction, Chu Yingli squeezed harder. Mu Qingyi choked out the words, I am your master. Whether you believe it or not, it's the truth. Chu Yingli flung him away. How dare you impersonate my master? I have plenty of time to play with you. Chu Yingli ripped open Mu Qingyi's shirt and traced a small knife across his skin. From now on, he threatened, every lie you tell will cost you an inch of skin. Mu Qingyi never imagined he would be treated like this. He cursed Chu Yingli for his impudence. The next second, Chu Yingli sliced his skin without hesitation. He gripped Mu Qingyi's hair, gesturing for him to continue. He wondered how much skin the man had to spare. Mu Qingyi gasped, pain lancing through him. I never thought, he said sadly, that our reunion would be like this. Cold nights by the pool are bad for your health. Do you remember those words? Chu Yingli's entire body trembled. He had always favored resting by the cold pool, and Mu Qingyi would always come to remind him of this at the hour of high. Mu Qingyi continued, and the Hanqing flowers on Yunming Cliff, you invited me to see them while you were resting by the pool. They weren't blooming when we made the promise, and when they finally bloomed, I had already fallen from grace. Chu Yingli stared at him in disbelief. These were things only he and his master knew. How could this man know them so clearly? He roared, you can't be my master. He's dead. Even if I don't want to admit it, he's dead. Mu Qingyi's expression hardened. I will prove it to you, he declared. I am your master. Chu Yingli turned and walked away. Prove it. Until then, you stay in this cave. Mu Qingyi looked down, lost in thought. Had his death truly affected Chu Yingli so deeply? No matter, he thought. Escape first. Using his magic, Mu Qingyi transformed into a pool of water, slipping free from his bonds. He moved slowly towards the cave mouth. 10 years, he needed to see what had become of Ling Xiangong. He was a ruthless demon lord, having destroyed several sects over the past decade, all to obtain the hostages needed to resurrect his master. Meanwhile, near Ghostcry Forest, the Lu Sword sect disciples couldn't believe they had actually survived. Lu Ju pointed excitedly at a city in the distance. Finally, he cried, we can leave this wretched place. The group excitedly discussed how they would rebuild their sect once they were safe. Suddenly, a dark figure emerged from the shadows, striking down each disciple one by one. Only the youngest, Lu Ju, remained. He cried out, calling to his fallen brethren. The dark figure sneered. Ling Xiangong leaves no survivors. Doesn't it feel despairing to die after glimpsing hope? Lu Ju glared at the figure. You took our hostages. Why kill us all? The dark figure chuckled softly and vanished. The shadowy figure solidified into a human form. Those following him were puzzled. Why spare Lu Ju? The leader chuckled. Letting Ling Xiangong gain another enemy who shares their hatred of us can only benefit us. Mu Qingyi sealed our clan with her life 10 years ago. It's time for revenge. Meanwhile, Chu Yingli slowly walked towards the forbidden depths of the Lingyu Hall. Lying there was Mu Qingyi's body. He gently caressed the sleeping form. Chu Yingli visited her every day. For 10 years, he'd employed the life and death reincarnation array and searched the world for rare treasures, all to awaken the person before him. With a wave of his hand, a precious gem was tossed into the formation, disappearing instantly. Chu Yingli began to speak. Master, I met someone recently. They dared to impersonate you. Isn't that laughable? I don't know why, but I can't bring myself to truly kill them. Perhaps they're just too much like you. Chu Yingli held her hand, a faint smile gracing his lips. I seem to be rambling today. You must find me tiresome. Rest well. He then placed a gentle kiss on Mu Qingyi's forehead, his touch light as if afraid to disturb her slumber. That person wants to prove they are my master? Then let them. If they can't convince me in the end, I will kill them myself. Before the gates of Ling Xiangong, Mu Qingyi gazed at the palace, unchanged from her memories. She hadn't imagined her reunion with Chu Yingli after 10 years would be like this. She needed to find someone quickly and learn what had happened during the past decade. She wondered if Jiuyu was still at Ling Xiangong. You're still alive? A sudden voice startled her. Mu Qingyi turned. A man stood there, fanning himself, staring at her, in surprise. Mu Qingyi remembered him. He was the one who had held the umbrella for Chu Yingli. The man circled her curiously. This is the first time I've seen Master show mercy. Someone impersonating his master and still living. Mu Qingyi quickly interrupted, asking who he was. The man chuckled. I am Xie Hongshan, Lord of 10,000 Flowers Peak. In her past life, she had been a powerful immortal. Now, she was reborn into a world vastly different. She had met her disciple, yet he hadn't recognized her. How could she convince him she was his master? Mu Qingyi pondered the man's name. 10,000 Flowers Peak hadn't existed 10 years ago at Ling Xiangong. Much had changed. Xie Hongshan closed his fan. Even though I've descended into the mortal realm, I cannot unravel the knot of love in Master's heart. Mu Qingyi gasped. Chu Yingli has a love tribulation? Could it be he experienced unrequited love these past 10 years? Xie Hongshan was about to explain, then realized he'd almost been led astray. He should be the one asking questions. How did you survive Master's hand? Mu Qingyi was puzzled. Was it so difficult to survive? Chu Yingli? Xie Hongshan perked up at this. After all these years, you're the first to impersonate that one and live. Mu Qingyi's confusion deepened. Xie Hongshan leaned closer. Naturally, it's Master's master. Who else could it be? How would he become the one being questioned? Mu Qingyi turned to leave. If you don't wish to speak, I won't ask. Xie Hongshan quickly called out, stopping her. Considering you survived, I'll say a bit more. That one's name cannot be spoken. I advise you not to mention it again. Mu Qingyi froze. Had Chu Yingli truly fallen into darkness because of her? His name had become taboo. Xie Hongshan glanced at Mu Qingyi. Though you've escaped unscathed each time, walking by the river constantly will eventually lead to a soaking. Mu Qingyi looked towards the cliff. If Chu Yingli had fallen because of her, she had to find a way to make him recognize her. She flew toward the cliff. Perhaps the heartbreak flower could awaken his memories. Xie Hongshan couldn't stop her. That's the forbidden grounds of the Cloud Dream Cliff clan. Are you truly not afraid of death? Suddenly, a figure appeared behind him. The newcomer looked at him strangely. Xie Hongshan? What are you shouting about? Standing here dumbfounded. Xie Hongshan stared in shock. Chu Ting, what was he doing here? He stammered, explaining he'd only seen someone who resembled Master's decree holder. Chu Ting suddenly pointed his sword at Xie Hongshan. How could Master have someone issuing commands for him? Xie Hongshan blocked the blade. That person has survived Master's hand twice. Isn't that special enough? He glanced at Chu Ting. I know what you're thinking. I advise you to abandon your scheming. Chu Ting's face darkened. Who is that person? He demanded. Xie Hongshan ignored him and turned to leave. If you have the guts, go ask Master yourself. Chu Ting's face was fierce. No matter who it is, if they influence Master's state of mind, they must die. Meanwhile, Mu Qingyi arrived at Cloud Dream Cliff. 10 years. Everything has changed. Only these haunting flowers still bloom brilliantly, just as they did in the past. Mu Qingyi wanted to pick a few. Choosing the like a Hansing Fulao. He would pick some and give them to him in Xie Hongshan's stead. A sudden voice interrupted Mu Qingyi's thoughts. He heard Chu Yingli demand, "Why are you here?" Mu Qingyi hadn't expected to encounter him here at this time. Chu Yingli's face was grim. This is a forbidden zone I established. You dare trespass? Mu Qingyi was incredulous. When did Cloud Dream Cliff become a forbidden zone? Chu Yingli waved his hand, casting a spell. In the next instant, Mu Qingyi was bound by the magic, unable to move. He cried out angrily, "What are you doing?" Chu Yingli tightened his grip on Mu Qingyi's neck. Only Master and I are allowed here. Anyone else who enters dies. Tell me, should I kill you? This seemingly ordinary man before him, in his past life, had been a powerful and revered immortal lord. Now, he was at the mercy of a demon lord. Time rewound to a moment earlier. At that time, Mu Qingyi hadn't believed Chu Yingli would actually kill him. Chu Yingli tightened his grip. You should understand why I haven't killed you. Don't test my patience. Mu Qingyi looked at Chu Yingli, discomfort etched on his face. I know you have doubts about me. That's why I came to Cloud Dream Cliff, to pick some haunting flowers for you. Chu Yingli found this amusing. Did he think he could claim to be his master just by offering some haunting flowers? How naive. But Mu Qingyi simply said, I'm not trying to prove myself with these flowers. I'm here to fulfill a promise made 10 years ago. These words startled Chu Yingli. What promise? Just then, Mu Qingyi suddenly broke free from his restraints. Holding the haunching flowers, he said, Chu Yingli, I've come to keep my promise. I'm 10 years late. I apologize. Chu Yingli stared at the scene unfolding before him. Mu Qingyi continued, the haunching flowers, just as you said all those years ago, they truly are beautiful. No wonder you like them so much. Chu Yingli only gave a desolate laugh. Do you think it's the haunching flowers I cherish? It's the person I can never have. Mu Qingyi looked at him intently. The person you can never have. In the next second, Chu Yingli's expression vanished. He waved his hand, scattering the flowers Mu Qingyi held. The illusion ends here. Let the flowers end here as well. Mu Qingyi stared blankly at the scattered petals. Chu Yingli looked at him coldly. It seems I've been too lenient, allowing you to act so recklessly, wandering wherever you please. Mu Qingyi bit his lip. That wasn't his intention at all. Suddenly, Chu Yingli grabbed Mu Qingyi's hand and fastened a bracelet around his wrist. From now on, Mu Qingyi was forbidden to stray more than 10 zhang from him. It was a magical device to bind him. The bracelet contained a drop of Chu Yingli's own blood, allowing him to sense Mu Qingyi's location at all times. Mu Qingyi glared at him angrily. Is this necessary? I won't run away. Chu Yingli gave him a dismissive glance. Whether you will or not, who can say? Now, leave this place immediately. Looking at the bracelet on his wrist, Mu Qingyi thought, 10 years. How did his temperament become so difficult? It seems proving my identity will take time. The bracelet suddenly glowed. In the next instant, Mu Qingyi vanished. He reappeared within Ling Xian Palace. He looked at his surroundings. Had the bracelet transported him back? Chu Yingli had said he could only stay within 10 zhang. It was true. This man, once a powerful figure, was now a prisoner of the Demon Lord. How could he escape this predicament? Mu Qingyi, still disbelieving, decided to test the limits of the bracelet's range. He suddenly ran into an invisible barrier, the impact causing him to rub his aching head. Truly a dutiful disciple. How filial. He actually set a distance restriction. A voice made him turn. He saw Chu Ting, his face serious, asking, Are you the one master brought back to Ling Xian Palace? Mu Qingyi asked who the other person was. Chu Ting's hand slowly moved to the hilt of his sword. You're not qualified to know my identity. Just answer the question. Mu Qingyi also sensed something amiss. So what if I am? Do you intend to kill me? Without warning, Chu Ting swung his sword, thrusting it towards Mu Qingyi. No one is worthy of master. I'll kill anyone who influences master. Mu Qingyi sighed. I didn't expect Chu Yingli to take on a lunatic as a subordinate in these past 10 years. Chu Ting grew even angrier. How dare you utter master's name? You're courting death. Watching him wield his swordsmanship, Mu Qingyi recognized it. Isn't this the Yi Feng Ju? Chu Ting's attack was filled with certainty. Besides Xie Hongshun, only master can withstand this move. This person is definitely going to die. Yet unexpectedly, in the next second, Mu Qingyi effortlessly dodged the attack. Chu Ting's face was etched with shock. This person had actually evaded his attack. Mu Qingyi instantly closed the distance between them. Since you know the Yi Feng Ju, you should know that it was created by Mu Qingyi. Chu Ting swung backhandedly, his strike scattering Mu Qingyi's form. So what? What does that have to do with you? However, Mu Qingyi was now a body of weak water. In a moment, he reformed behind Chu Ting. But I am Mu Qingyi. Chu Ting stared at him in astonishment. Mu Qingyi then struck a palm against Chu Ting's back, catching him completely off guard. Chu Ting coughed up blood and collapsed to the ground. He shakily stood back up. I've already cultivated the Yi Feng Ju to a high realm. Your cultivation is low. How could you possibly break it so easily? Mu Qingyi looked at him with an indifferent expression. I created the Yi Feng Ju. Isn't breaking it a simple matter? Chu Ting refused to believe him. Just as Mu Qingyi was about to move in for the kill, he heard footsteps behind him. Chu Yingli suddenly appeared behind them. Hu Yingli approached Mu Qingyi. You can actually break the Yi Feng Ju? It's quite interesting, isn't it? Mu Qingyi replied confidently. I created the Yi Feng Ju. Breaking it is naturally easy. Ju Xingli Gulp. Then let me try this Yi Feng Ju on you. Let's see how you break it. In their past lives, they had been master and disciple, their relationship close. However, in this life, they were now facing each other as enemies. Just now, Chu Yingli had warned Mu Qingyi to be careful before casting the spell at him. Mu Qingyi easily dodged. You're the one who should be careful. Chu Yingli testing his technique was fine. Perhaps he could use this opportunity to prove his identity. In an instant, Chu Yingli closed in on Mu Qingyi. But with a simple incantation, Mu Qingyi effortlessly evaded him. This shocked Chu Yingli. Mu Qingyi abruptly approached him. I personally taught you the Yifeng Ju. How can you possibly defeat me? As the two were locked in a stalemate, Mu Qingyi told Chu Yingli to surrender. Suddenly, a dark light emanated from Chu Yingli's hand. Surrender? Impossible. He then lunged towards Mu Qingyi. But Mu Qingyi easily dodged again. He said calmly, "Don't push yourself. I created the Yifeng Ju. It's not shameful to lose to its creator." Unexpectedly, Chu Yingli simply sneered. In the next second, he broke Mu Qingyi's Yifeng Ju with sheer force of cultivation. Mu Qingyi couldn't fathom how that was possible. Chu Yingli said confidently, "I'm talking about you." Mu Qingyi formed an incantation, intending to continue, but the bracelet on his wrist suddenly glowed, and his hand became immobile. At that moment, Chu Yingli lunged forward, pinning Mu Qingyi against the wall. He leaned in close, a triumphant grin spreading across his face. "I've got you." Losing due to his lower cultivation infuriated Mu Qingyi. He accused Chu Yingli of cheating to win. Chu Yingli whispered in Mu Qingyi's ear, "This bracelet was personally refined by me. It obeys my command. Naturally, it won't let you attack me." Furious, Mu Qingyi demanded that Chu Yingli remove it. Chu Yingli gently caressed his cheek. "Do you think that's possible? You're nothing more than a suspicious person I brought to Ling Xin Palace. Don't forget your place." Suddenly, Chu Ting spoke from behind them. "Master, this person's behavior is suspicious. It would be best to hand him over to the Xingdian for processing." Hearing this, Mu Qingyi glared angrily at Chu Ting. This person was framing him. Chu Yingli asked curiously, "How should he be processed?" Chu Ting earnestly listed Mu Qingyi's supposed crimes, making it clear he wanted him dead. Water began to swirl around Mu Qingyi. He had never offended this guy, yet from the very beginning, Chu Ting had been intent on his death. If that was the case, then it was better to strike first. Who would have thought Chu Yingli would suddenly declare Mu Qingyi as his own? Seeing Chu Yingli refuse to kill him, Chu Ting was furious. He couldn't allow Mu Qingyi's standing with their master to rise any higher. With a single dismissive wave of his hand, Chu Yingli sent Chu Ting sprawling to the ground.